So that chick that answers the phones right now, she got a boyfriend?
I believe she does, yes. I think Eddie saw her in the parking lot with some guy.
Did you?
Yeah, it was a pretty young guy, about her age. They were kind of not fondling, but playing kissy and
necking a little bit.
How old do you think she is?
21.
Oh, I was going to say 22.
Oh. Yeah, okay.
Well within your age range. Which is anywhere from 17 or until their boobs give out.
Is your daughter still at camp?
No, she's back from camp and my daughter is 16. Don't get anywhere near her.
How was camp? Did she take her camcorder? Can we look at it?
No, she didn't take her camcorder. She decided to leave it at home.
After all that?
Yeah, what was the deal with that?
I convinced her that it was not a good idea to take it.
But she bought it, right?
She bought it and paid for it, yes.
Well, why couldn't she take it?
She started having second thoughts, and we talked about it, and she decided not to take it. I gave her a camera to take instead, a regular film camera.
You could, she took still pictures?
Uh-huh.
God. Of what?
Well, I'm not sure, since none of them came out worth a doggone. She kept trying to take pictures at night, and she bought some disposable cameras, and she bought some without a flash.
Yeah.
You don't get much when you take pictures of your friends sitting around the campfire, and all you see is a gold blob in the middle of the picture. Yeah, so they didn't turn out real well.
You got you a little Einstein there, don't you?
She just didn't even think about it.
No.
No, at 16, they don't put a lot of deep thought into most things.
Should have let her take the camcorder. You could have sold that on the internet.
No, I couldn't.
Camp girls gone wild.
Not and stay out of jail.
Yeah, you could. All right. Oh, I stopped at a couple of garage sales over the weekend. I picked up some old records. I got a couple I'd never heard of before. Pink Floyd, something like Mother Adam something.
Why are you buying records?
In case there was something.
I'll let you go through mine. I've got about 500 that I'm just getting ready to give away.
You should bring them up. Or, Dan, do you still have that kit that you got from Mighty John?
Yeah, it's at the house. Probably need a new one, though. There's so much stuff out there, and I'm sure the prices have changed.
Do you really have like 500 things at home?
500 their albums.
Haven't you been with us since we had John on?
Yeah, but I just don't even know whatever. I've just been dragging them around for 10, 15 years. I don't even know what I have in there.
Dan's got a book that you can look at all that crap.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure a lot of things have gone up because there have been people who have passed away.
Yeah. What else did I get? I found a Meet the Beatles album.
I have one of those, original.
Do you really?
Mm-hmm.
I think those are worth something.
Beatles stuff is always worth a ton.
Pink Floyd, Meet the Beatles. This one you guys won't know. Brother Dave Gardner.
Comedian.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
My dad had a lot of his albums in the 60s. That's the only way I knew about him.
He used to be on Library of Laughs and WRR.
Yeah.
I don't know if comedian stuff is ever worth anything, though.
What else did I get? Chubby Checker, Twist Party or Twisters Only or White People Dancing.
Don't know that one.
But you know Chubby Checker.
Sure.
Yeah. Anyway, that was it.
Any singles or just albums?
Just albums. Seems like I got something. Connie Francis thing was something like for Jews only.
What?
Connie Francis, it's Best of the Jews.
No.
I forget. There's some album. I forget. It's got her on the front. I swear. Jews. I forget. It's got you in it.
Okay.
It's like Hanukkah hits or what?
I don't know. I just remember I left them at home. It's a Connie Francis sings something for the Jews. I don't know what it is.
Well, bring the book up here, Dan. I'll bring all my
albums.
Why don't you call
John. See what he's doing.
Mighty John?
Yeah.
See if we can get some new kits out of him. They have to be updated.
Yeah.
Because I'm ready.
I can't believe you got that much stuff and you haven't checked to see if it's worth anything.
I haven't had time. I'm just getting ready. It's been in storage. It's in my garage, taking up space.
Some of the radio promo stuff is worth money.
Right, because there's just so few of them, and most radio stations throw them away or whatever.
And people can't get their hands on them.
Yeah.
Especially colored vinyl.
I have some of that. I have Foreigner Blue Morning Blue Day. It's pressed in blue.
Single or album?
Album.
Yeah, that's probably worth something.
Mm-hmm.
Connie Francis hates the Jews?
No, she's Jewish, isn't she?
I don't know. It's just... what I like about the Jews?
No.
That's not it.
Jew morning, Jew day.
No. Foreigner. Never.
I don't know what it is. John will know. See if you can hunt him down. Did Heather... Who were we trying to get last week?
Thomas.
Heather Thomas, they have not called back.
Damn. I looked at her pictures all weekend on the net. I felt, I don't know why, but I felt like I was looking at an old girlfriend. Because you look at current pictures, and she doesn't look that bad.
No, if you kind of follow the pictures over the years, she did balloon up a little bit for a while. But
I think I saw the picture you were talking about with her and Catherine Bach. I think she was pregnant. She was wearing a great big shirt that was out.
But pregnant at that age, that was just a couple of years ago.
So? She's only, if she was born in 57, that makes her 3 years older than me.
44.
Yeah. She could be pregnant.
Yeah, still was not a good idea to get pregnant.
I think that picture was from like 98, wasn't it? With her and Catherine Bach. Catherine Bach looked like she ate the Duke boys.
That picture was from 2000.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
She's not as bad as Linda Ronstadt, but she's really big.
I don't know. Catherine Bach was, she's a fat old woman.
Have you seen Linda Ronstadt?
No.
Linda Ronstadt's a monster.
You won't even recognize her.
Who is she? Is she as big as Rosie O'Donnell?
Along those lines.
Oh.
Yeah.
If not bigger.
Maybe bigger.
It's the same chick that was on the album cover in her little roller skates.
Roller skates.
Exactly.
And,
Hot.
What happens?
She was on the show singing, and I went, look at that fat woman singing just like Linda Ronstadt. And then they was over, and they went, all right, thank you, Linda. I went, oh no, it is her.
Oh, she started doing a lot more opera again.
Yeah,
she was trained to be an opera singer, and then she switched to pop.
Show's almost over.
Absolutely. That was sad.
Man, who else got fat that was hot? The Hart sisters?
All of them, yeah.
Blondie, Deborah Harry.
Oh, man, she's a beast. She just got extra ugly to boot.
Somebody else that was hot that just ballooned. Catherine Bach was the saddest.
Yeah. Well, he made sparked the whole Daisy Dukes thing.
Oh, but why do you got to get that fat? It's an insult to us.
I can't fantasize about you no more.
Yeah. Especially if they, do a Dukes reunion. Wait, who's the blonde-headed guy from there?
John Schneider?
Yeah, he's the only one that looks the same.
Yeah. Tom Wopat he's okay.
He's craggy now.
Yeah.
He's weather-beaten.
Boss Hogg is dead.
Yes, he is.
So is Uncle Jesse. I think Cooter's alive.
How about Flash?
The dog?
Yeah.
He's gone.
Yeah. Oh.
I think Sheriff Roscoe P. died.
Did he?
I forget his real name, but I think he did. Yeah. Go ahead, you're on the air.
Donna Douglas from Beverly Hillbillies.
She get fat?
Oh, yeah.
Huge.
Oh.
Why can't they all hold up like Donna Mills? Seriously, I don't care. I don't care if she's had 18 facelifts. Donna Mills looks great. One of the few people has to have had a facelift.
If she has, you can't tell.
No, because I got close.
Yeah.
There's something funky about her teeth, though. You ever notice that? Almost looks like you can't really see gaps in them.
She may have had them bonded.
So you don't have gaps in your teeth?
Right.
Well, they end up looking like teeth guards.
But some people, when they get older, especially if women do this a lot, they'll have teeth pulled.
On the sides?
Yeah.
Get kind of a gaunt look?
Yeah, it makes their cheeks suck in a little bit. Models do this. A lot of actresses do it. Then the teeth will start to spread over a period of years.
Oh.
And so they'll have them, rather than wear braces, they'll just have them bonded. You end up with that, one-piece look in the front.
Well, she had work done, but it was really good work. She didn't have that, Mary Tyler Moore smile.
Right.
The whole head's going to open up on it.
Yeah.
Hi. Oh, my God.
She looks like Mrs. Pac-Man.
Yeah. She talks like the little Canadian baby on South Park. Just mounts it
The whole
off.
head.
Go ahead, you're on the air.
Hey, Sally Struthers.
Yeah. That was funny. I was watching All in the Family last night.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh, she was hot, too.
Yeah, I don't see her on the Feed the Children things anymore late at night.
They ran out of kids.
It's funny, I made that same joke at the house. She ate all the kids.
Those are my favorite spots. A guy's walking around. This child doesn't have money for shoes. Give her shoes, you jackass.
You're there.
It was just odd of everybody they picked to be the spokesperson.
Yeah, the fattest bitch they could find. These kids don't have enough food to eat. Have to go. Catering's here.
There's plenty in my trailer. I can feed this whole country.
You wonder if they were over there. They had to have food.
Oh, you know they had catering.
God, that's pathetic.
They ate the food and the kids ate the flies.
God.
Yeah, this one's going. Hello?
Hello. Yvonne Craig on Batgirl. Looked like on your website she put on a banking on the pumpkin.
Yeah, she put on a lot of weight, but she doesn't look as bad as she could.
And,
still great big cans.
Mm-hmm.
Who was that other chick? How's them? Yeah. So many of them. It's such a sad waste.
Farrah Fawcett kept it off, but something's up with her face.
Yeah, she got them husky eraser nips.
Oh, man, I love her nipples.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I have to touch myself. Oh.
I don't watch.
Oh, I'm pinching my nipples. I love looking at her pictures. Those great big coat hanger nipples. You just want to, I don't even know.
Do the puppy with a towel.
Oh, man, I love those. Yeah. Especially when you roll them over on their back, so you're doing your business from behind. You reach around and you just grab those things and.
She was naked in the.
I don't care.
In the fountain in North Park.
When?
Farrah Fawcett. When they shot the movie Dr. T and the women.
I look like a 4-year-old that's got to pee.
Yeah, you do. You're holding your.
I'm humped over, grabbing myself.
Doing a little dance back and forth.
What was she doing naked in it?
In the movie, she flips out and she goes run around naked in the fountain at North Park.
So she was
them all.
Being herself.
Yeah, and then when she got the boob job, it pushed those nipples out even further. Right. Boob jobs seem to do that. I love those.
For her age, she's quite still attractive.
Yeah.
All right. We got to start news. What is it, Ron?
Kathleen Turner.
Did she get big and fat?
Oh, yes. I saw an independent film a couple of nights ago that she made, I think the last year or two. She's a monster. She's got Rosie O'Donnell body now.
Damn.
And she was so hot.
What about Kelly McGillis? She get fat? Chick from Top Gun?
Worked up a little bit.
What, Eddie?
She was just recently, in fact, they just released a movie of hers. She's naked almost all the way through it. Her body stayed the same, but her head's kind of not good.
Head got too big?
It's just kind of weird looking. I mean, it's like a really old Kelly McGillis with a younger girl's body.
Mm-hmm. Kind of nipples she got.
Good. I like that.
Let me see. Oh, right. I don't like the great big ones. The great big areolas. I like the smaller one, with the little pencil thing and right in the middle. I love those. Those are my favorite.
We need to see some of those today.
Oh, so a bunch of them. I am so horny.
God, why?
I've been horny for like the last week.
Oh, I was going to say something happened over the weekend.
No.
Nothing happened over the weekend. That's the problem.
And you, excuse me just a second, Dan.
All right.
And you.
I may have already slipped.
Who'd you tell? Who did you tell? Did he tell you?
Uh-huh.
What?
Sorry.
Yeah, okay, you got it.
I'm not saying nothing.
Friday was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Nothing happened.
No. Shot some fireworks off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we went out in the parking lot and shot off,
Let's just
What do they call those? What is it?
Whistle chase.
Yeah, whistling chasers. Yeah. Shot one of those off in the parking lot.
Mm-hmm.
It chased me.
Yes, it did.
So that proves it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. Ready to start news?
Like to.
He just made a complete circle in the parking lot and came right back. Right back at me. I'd run back in the building and close the door, and it came right up to the door where I was and blew up right there.
It's like it knew.
Yeah. That's the only thing I hate about those is you never know where the hell they're going.
No.
All right, 3:30. J.D. Ryan's on the new 105.3 FM Talk with News.
Thank you, Russ. And news brought to us by the good folks at Denny's and by Nextel. 1-800-NEXTEL-9. It's how business gets done. Today is Monday, middle of the month. Payday for a lot of folks, July 15th. Eddie Griffin from Undercover Brothers, 34 today. Bridget Nielsen is 39. Jesse Ventura turns 51. Linda Ronstadt, 56. And Jen Michael Vincent is 58. Talk about a guy who looks terrible. Oh, have you seen him?
Well, yeah, he drank himself into nothing. I think
he's definitely going to die soon.
I think he. Don't I have him on my list?
Somebody does.
I think he lost the gig on Airwolf back in the 80s because of his drinking. We talked about this, didn't we?
Yeah, he tried to do a couple little bitty roles, and they said he couldn't even get one line out without.
Yeah, he was sitting there, and some guy off screen would read the lines to him because he couldn't remember the lines. And then, obviously later they just go back and edit out the guy off camera reading the lines. And instead of repeating the lines like he was supposed to, he would answer them. Yeah. I mean, he was absolutely plowed. He looks like crap for somebody that was, that good looking in the 80s. He's just dog ass ugly now.
No, he is not on your list.
He's on somebody's.
I think I had him at one time. He's got to crap soon.
He was on my list for a while, too.
All right, go ahead.
When Southwest Airlines launched that policy where supersized chubbies have to pay an extra seat to keep them from spilling over to the seat next to them, who knew the plan was destined for disaster? Well, last week, Southwest suffered their first embarrassment. The siblings Marty and McLaughlin and Andrea Kesar were flying to their mother's funeral. They were charged for an extra seat, even though they were traveling with her husband, who's a normal size, and a 75-pound daughter. In other words, they weren't taking up anybody else's space. They flew from New Mexico to Indiana in one seat apiece, but coming back, they were told they had to pay extra, and they refused to pay. They got on the bus, came back 1,200 miles on the bus. Southwest Airlines has now given them all their money back and apologized.
Why do they have this policy if they're going to keep apologizing? All right, we're going to enforce it. Well, we're not. All right, it's up to the discretion. All right, well, it's not. Okay, we're going to do it, but then we're going to apologize and give them their money back. What's the reason?
This is just a case where it was just probably the gate agent could have let them fly.
I saw pictures of them. The gate agent didn't have to let them fly. They were huge.
Oh, were they?
I think the guy was so fat he was walking around with a crutch or something, wasn't he, Eddie? Did you see him?
That's on the CNN.
Yeah. I mean,
well, they got a Good Morning America, which made Southwest look bad. So Southwest
is either got to either do it or don't. Yeah. But this waffling thing makes them look like a bunch of idiots. And you knew somebody was going to go to the media.
Oh, sure.
And they had to know that. Herb, what's his butt smarter than that?
They gone to their mother's funeral, and there was two little girls, and they put it back on a bus. I mean, everything that could make it look bad, he did.
So if they were going to something like Disney World or something, it would have been okay.
Right. Yeah. It just doesn't help that it's, I mean, why else bring it up that they were going to their mother's funeral except to add to the story of the poor little distraught children thrown off the airplane because they're fat.
That's what you get. I don't know who said it, but it is. It's a matter of real estate. Yeah. You're transporting real estate. You just happen to be it. FedEx charges more if you send a bigger package. Mm-hmm. Same thing with people. If you can't, just like FedEx, if it can't fit in that envelope and it goes over some kind of weight restriction, you got to pay more. I don't know why these people think that doesn't apply to airlines. Well, great big coat hanger. What?
Just uncomfortable. If you happen to be the one that, and it never fails, I'm always the one that next in the middle seat between two fat women on the way back from Charlotte.
Well, if you're going to be fat and you're going to fight for your right to be fat, and you want to be that way and say, well, I've accepted the fact that I'm fat, then accept the fact that you're going to have to pay more for a seat.
For now, a seat.
You're taking up more space. You should pay more.
How'd you get trapped between two ogres?
Full airplane. All the planes were delayed, so they were shoving people on every which airplane. And
Did they stink?
No. They were
really
both,
fat people stink.
I just didn't smell them. I just sat there looking straight ahead, praying the guy to the plane would land soon. And you never fail. I'm the last one getting on the plane because my plane was delayed getting in. So I'm walking down the aisle looking, there's one seat left. And I go, it can't be mine. It can't be mine. Oh, yes, it was.
They try and talk to you?
No, they just read their fat books all the time.
They crowd you out?
Yes. They can't help but crowd you out. They spill over with
They have those great big Shar-Pei arms?
Yes. Yeah, and once I got there, of course, I was the last one to sit down, so they'd already, staked out the armrest. In fact, one of them was so fat, she lifted, apparently it was uncomfortable for her, so she lifted up the armrest between us, so her fat was touching me.
Did you put it back down?
No, I just sat there and stared at the wall. You can't look either way, because it's like you're looking at them, so you just gotta look straight ahead. There's nothing to see. You can't look out the window, you can't look around the cockpit. It's terrible.
Did you have your double vodkas?
No, I had one at the airport.
You didn't drink on the flight?
Not coming back. It was too late.
All right, go ahead.
Well, thank heaven. Managers at the Oaklawn 7-Eleven learned Sunday they sold Saturday's winning $9 million lottery ticket. According to lottery rules, the store now gets 1% of the jackpot amount. The jackpot winner, by the way, has not yet come forward. You may want to check your ticket if you bought one in Dallas. On Oaklawn, 5, 8, 11, 22, 29, and 42. Serious concerns being raised about a display of tigers at Six Flags in Arlington. Handlers at the park said it's a harmless exhibition. Others say it's an accident waiting to happen. The exhibit is billed as the Tiger Encounter, and for an extra $15, you can go in, hold, pet, and feed tiger cubs. Mm-hmm.
Did they not hear about this person at the zoo that took the family on the little behind-the-scenes tour and ended up losing an arm?
I guess they're thinking because they're cubs, they're not going to rip somebody's head off. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's what Lefty thought.
You want to do something nice for somebody? Tomorrow, Dallas Cowboys and the Salvation Army have teamed up together. They're going to hold a fundraiser to aid fellow Texans affected by the Central Texas floods. They're going to collect donations tomorrow all day long, Texas Stadium, morning, afternoon rush hours. Go to Gate 1, only tomorrow, by the way, Tuesday, to make your donations. The Desperado players, coaches, and dancers will be on hand during the morning and afternoon rush hours. You can bring things like cleaning supplies, recovery items like boots, flashlights, personal items, household items, or foods, non-perishable. Swarms of locusts have invaded the Chinese capital of Beijing, littering busy sidewalks and prompting gourmets to reach for their woks. They've decided to eat them. Locusts pose no threat to society. They advise and could be killed.
Wait, a little kid lived next door to us would eat locusts.
I think they're actually frying them up here, though.
He ate them straight out of the trees.
Well, they say right here, locusts.
No. He ate June bugs.
Sorry.
Yeah,
June bugs.
But he waited for locust season.
There's more of them.
Yeah.
They're bigger.
Yeah.
Locusts can be made into a tasty and nourishing dish. So, Beijing, overrun with them.
You can find recipes for bugs on eatabug.com. I'm not kidding.
Of course you can.
There's hundreds of edible insects, and they're all listed on there with recipes.
What's wrong with people? I mean, seriously.
Honestly.
I was, did you guys read about the story about the Chinese guy that was eating live little squids?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Mm-mm. So, he dipped it in some kind of, I guess they eat these baby squids while they're alive. So he's, dips it in whatever sauce you dip something alive in.
Yeah.
And then he swallows it?
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna yak. Hold on.
I know.
On its way down, it decides, hey, this noise. It sticks all its tentacles out so it doesn't go down his throat. Grabs a hold of something, got choked to death. Paramedics get there and there's a squid in his throat.
The only one alive is a squid.
Yeah.
Well, they eat live monkey brains over in, I think it's Hong Kong. They have little tables where they put the monkey's little head.
I've heard those stories, but I never believed it.
I think that's real.
Eddie?
Yes.
Okay, then.
Thailand.
Thailand. There you
now,
go.
wait a minit. They actually, what kind of monkeys? The good kind?
They're like little spider monkeys.
Like how tall are they?
12 inches tall.
And how? All right, seriously, okay. I am going to vomit.
It's a delicacy.
How could it be a delicacy? You're eating something straight out of something's head.
Well, over there, it's a delicacy.
Still alive.
How do they get into the brain?
Well, they have a cage that's built onto the bottom of the table, and they have a hole just big enough for the monkey's head to get in.
Hey, what's in here?
No, they don't even knock them out. The monkey's sitting there looking at you while you're eating.
No. Is it really?
He'll explain. Good.
Go ahead. This is something just like Hannibal, isn't it?
Pretty close. I mean, they have a little collar that fits on it,
okay,
so
stop.
its head pops up.
Okay.
And the collar fits around its neck.
How do they get the skull open?
With a little wooden hammer.
All right. No, okay, here it comes.
And then once they got it open, they just kind of peel it back and get a fork and start pulling it out.
While the monkey's still alive looking at you.
Yeah, it's pretty much screaming.
Yeah, I'd say so.
How do you do that?
I don't know. That's just torturing an animal. Why would you do that?
What are you pulling up on the internet, Dan?
Well, can you imagine trying to hold a conversation during dinner? You can't.
I heard that. What was that?
Oh, I accidentally left the volume turned up.
Hold on a second. Go ahead, you're on the air.
Yeah, there's a movie that came out back in the 80s called Faces of Death.
Yeah.
And it had that same scene in it where they had...
All right, thanks. Really, sometimes I look myself out just thinking about what I'm eating.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Like shrimp. Mm-hmm. Just when you stop and think, because normally I just eat it and I think, oh, how cool. This is a little holder for this piece of meat that I got.
Right.
I forget that was actually, it was
Somebody's tail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So at what point does the monkey die?
Actually, they're usually dead by the time they start digging the brain out.
Oh, really? You're getting me.
Well,
Do these monkeys have big nipples?
Nope, they got little hands.
Yeah. All right, go ahead.
All right. For the rock fan who has everything, now you can go to camp. The second edition of the Rock and Roll Fantasy Camp is coming up in L.A. in November. The camp allows fans to jam and to learn from actual rock stars.
Eddie said we got a break.
Okay.
You better hurry. He's like tearing up.
Among the professors are Lou Graham of Foreigner, George Thorogood, Tommy Shaw of Styx, Vince Neil of Motley Crue, Brett Michaels and C.C. DeVille of Poison. Campers not only get to
wait a minute. Are these the guys there or are they having to pay too?
No, these guys are the teachers.
Oh.
They're getting paid to be there. Campers will not.
I thought you were talking about like the students.
No.
They're going to see rock stars.
Going to see. You're gonna hang out.
These guys.
Yes. These guys are the...
Lou Graham.
Are the...
Vince Neil.
Right. Tommy Shaw. Brett Michaels, C.C. DeVille, Poison. Campers not only get to jam with the artist, they also get a demo and a video to take home. No experience or instruments are required. However, Rock and Roll Fantasies don't come cheap. 5-day camp's going to run you $5,000. Hotel not included. That's all. I'll quit right there. Getting ready to go in the wrestling report, but
I'm still sick from the monkey thing.
Okay.
Really?
I know, that's disgusting. Just the visual.
I mean, that's like going out to a farm and just eating a cow's ass while it's
still using it.
Shut up! All right, go ahead.
All right, let's see here. Come out and see me Saturday night from 10 until midnight at Bell Bottoms in North Wilson Hills. That's on Grapevine Highway at Harwood. I've all sorts of cool things to give you once again. It is Bell Bottoms this Saturday night. I'm J.D. Ryan on the Talk That Rocks Texas, and 105.3 FM Talk.
More of the Russ Martin Show coming right.
So who told you about it?
Reed.
I told them all to keep their mouths shut. The big dope. Tell you the whole story?
Pretty much, yeah.
Did he tell Eddie too?
Eddie was in there, yeah.
What about Dan?
Well, in fact, that's who he really told the story too, Eddie.
Yeah, we were all in there.
Yeah.
Stupid bastards. I've never met a bigger clump of F-ups in my life. Hey, they screw up the bit and they don't get it taped.
Mm-hmm.
And I went, all right, well, don't tell anybody. I'll tell them on the air, and that way, you get a real reaction. No, what do? They tell everybody ahead of time. Stupid suckers. I hate these people. What do you got, Jonathan?
All right, Russ.
Also, this report brought to you by Adventica Restaurant at the westbound 635 LBJ and TI Boulevard. Right lane and shoulder block causing a backup to Forest Lane due to an accident there. Eastbound 635 LBJ just prior to Preston. Watch out for a fender bender. It's in the center lane causing a heavy delay. Stalled vehicle southbound 67 in Brook Valley. Watch out for a stalled vehicle in the right lane. Shut up! I'm working! I ignore you as much as I can, but when you start talking about things like that, makes me hard. On westbound 121 bypass at the Hebron Parkway, there's an accident involving an overturned vehicle. Causing traffic to back up. Northbound, I forgot where it was. Northbound 287 at Ferry, there's an accident blocking the right lane. Causing a... What? I'm going to throw a fit. I'm going to have kittens right here in my helicopter. You got about a 1 mile delay. On eastbound north of Bay 20 at Beach, there's an accident involving a motorcycle southbound 935 at Northeast 28th Street. Overturned truck. It's on the shoulder, but there's debris in the roadway. Only one lane getting by. This report, now this is the part with the sponsor, so shut up. Brought to you by Randall No, also brought to you by Intercontinental Hotels around the globe and here in Dallas. Intercontinental Hotels offer a luxurious room and breakfast for two for half price. Call a travel agent or go to intercontinental.com for details and book the world half off. That's driving. I'm Jonathan Dodge in the new 105.3 FM. White.
Okay, thank you, Jonathan. 71 for the overnight low tonight. Mid-80s tomorrow, a little cooler. Still a chance of some afternoon thunderstorms popping up. Some just to the northeast of us right now. They are going away, though. That's the good news. More rain tomorrow. We're at 84 degrees currently at the Talk That Rocks, Texas. The new 105.3 FM Talk.
So there's no reason to tell the story now. You guys already know.
Well, we know, but the listeners really don't. What? I know we do the show for ourselves, but...
F up the bit, and then they tell everybody in the building. I specifically sent an email out and went, don't tell anybody until I get on the air.
Maybe he hadn't read his email.
He's a bonehead. Got one too many.
General manager.
I don't care. He's got one too many fishing lures stuck in his head. A perfect bit. An absolute perfect bit. Rob comes in today, goes and grabs Bob McNeil. They get a recorder. And I still don't know why they didn't get this on tape. I don't know if it's where they put the recorder or no. Anytime you leave this up to somebody else, they always seem to F it up.
Bob said there's nothing on tape at all. So they just didn't push record or something. I had levels.
If they were using the recorder, I think they were, the little DAT recorder.
No, they were using some cassette recorder. That didn't make any difference. He effed it up. I don't know what it is. It's like, test it, listen to it, and then it's ready to go. Don't just look and see if you got levels. So they go into Reed's office. Rob's got a couple of black eyes from this weekend. Mm-hmm. That story in a minute. They go into Reed's office. Sit down. Reed's the general manager. Said, okay, this happened last night. Rob smarted off to Russ. Eddie kicked his ass. The story was a lot longer, but it's not that entertaining. Right. So Reed bought it. I mean, screaming F Eddie. Because Reed's thinking lawsuit. Not only did Rob get his ass kicked by an employee, it happened here on company property.
Yeah.
So Reed's having a great big fit. Rob, I don't know how he does it. I want to hear this tape so bad I can't stand it. Rob starts crying. I mean, according to Reed, real tears, sobbing, crying. Damn. I can't work here because I'm scared. So they get up and leave, and Reed goes, well, that's it. I got to fire Eddie. So then Reed calls me. We're on the phone. I guess he's checking. He goes, every story's got three sides. I want to get your side. I went, well, my side is you're getting it up the ass. And that was it. And, they immediately take the tape to David Stone to edit all the F words out and all the other stuff, and we're ready to go. Then they call him, there's nothing on the tape.
There's no way you can recreate that.
Well, if we recreated it, we just blew that bit, too.
Mm-hmm. At that point, is Reed relieved or angry?
No, he immediately started laughing.
Okay.
Because I didn't know exactly what story they were going to tell him. I just knew the overall story was we were all, that Eddie beat up Rob. Okay. I didn't know that they said I was actually there when it happened. So Reed asked me, he goes, all right, you know, what happened? I went, well, I don't know. I just got the tail end of it. Well, they said you were there. Well, I mean, I walked up in about the time Eddie was whooping his ass. And then I told him he was getting hosed, and that was it. Rude job.
Apparently he bought it. He kicked the door open and went angry. I was so angry with you this morning, Eddie. And I went, oh, my God.
Eddie, did you have any clue that we were doing that?
Not a clue. I mean, when he came in the office, I was like going, what did I do?
Yeah.
So things are flashing through my mind. What did they catch me doing?
Mm-hmm.
Could have milked that thing for a half an hour.
Of course, we just set off some fireworks in the office. He walked in the first thing, he goes, why does it smell like gunpowder always back here? And then he goes, I'm so pissed at you, Eddie. I thought, well, he really is mad.
You guys shot off fireworks in the office?
Yeah, and he showed me a little thing he's got, and it kind of got out of control.
What'd you get?
It's these flasher things. I don't know what the hell you call them, but they just flash and shoot sparks everywhere. It caught all my paper on my desk on fire and everything.
Good.
So he came in already mad.
No. Nah, he wasn't pissed about the thing. Go ahead, Heather. You're on the air.
Hello?
Yes.
Oh, hi. I had a question. I noticed, I listen to your show a lot, and I heard a few...
Can you imagine Rob, the great big bodybuilder guy, sobbing like a baby in Reed's office?
That's great actor.
I'm scared to work here. I'm sorry, what is it, Heather?
Y'all talk about young girls, and you know how even though you...
Oh, by the way, the reason Rob's got black eyes is he got jumped at Deep Ellum on Saturday.
You're kidding. For real?
Yeah.
Who would jump him? Of all the people to jump.
I don't know. So anyway, excuse me, sweetie, I'm talking. Hold on a second.
Well, you interrupted me.
Ooh. Did you want to finish?
Yeah.
Okay, well then hold on. So that's where the black eyes came from. They were walking around in Deep Ellum, and somebody made a comment about Rob's girlfriend. Oh. And Rob told him to F off, and about the time Rob turned around, they jumped on him.
That happened to me one time coming out of the West End, and I was there with that chick I used to have, the really big ones.
Yeah.
And three guys walking in, and one in the middle goes, hey, nice. You know,
yeah.
And I took about 4 steps, my brain goes, I got to do something now, like the biggest woods in the world. I got to say something.
That's where you got. I didn't hear that.
And I just had enough liquid courage. I turned around. I went, this is a no-win situation.
Yeah, you got it, because otherwise it's going to haunt you for weeks.
So, and she'll throw it up at you. Well, you're a pussy.
You did for me. We said something about my cans. No, we told you to buy them.
So I took about 2 steps, and thank God the guy in the middle goes, hey, no problem. I'm sorry. I went, yeah, you are. And walking away, and just my brain's going, you stupid person. I was just getting killed, 3 of them.
Yeah, but now
I look like the hero.
You look like the hero, and you feel better about yourself.
Strutting back to the car.
Because had it been me, on Deep Ellum, and a bunch of guys say something about my girlfriend's cans, yeah, they are. Honey, why don't you let them have some?
You show them.
All right, Heather, what's your story?
Would you consider it perverse?
Yes. Who's on the hotline?
Oh, I got a hold of Mighty John.
Oh. Hi, Mighty John.
Good morning. Good afternoon. Where am I?
How are things there in, where are you, Seattle?
Portland, Maine.
Yeah, okay. That's close.
Yeah, close enough. 3,000 miles away.
Yeah.
Seattle, Portland, Maine.
It's on the coast.
Maine's on the other side, ain't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's still a coast.
Yeah, it's still on the coast. That's right.
All right. My mistake. Hey, I got some record albums over the weekend.
Great.
One of them is Meet the Beatles.
Good.
Is that worth anything?
Do you have it in front of you by any chance?
No, I left them at home.
All right. Well, it's going to make a difference whether it's in mono or stereo.
This one, I believe, is in stereo.
Then it's going to make a difference on the color of the label. It's either going to be black.
That was black, too.
I think it's black.
Yeah. Well, the first ones were black and up to around $100.
What? Really?
Yeah.
Because they only own like $1.50 on these.
Damn. Good.
What else did I got?
Mighty John would have talked them down to 25 cents.
Oh, yeah. John finds people where they're worth like $8,000, and John gets them down to like a quart. Well, the paper's torn on the little sleeve.
Yeah, man. You know, a little rip here, a little tear there. I'll give you a dime.
God.
What were we going to ask him, Daddy?
What color of the label, because I have Meet the Beatles at home, I'll go look at it. What color is not worth anything?
Well, black would be up to around $100. Green would be up to around $50.
Okay.
Orange would be up about 10, and purple would be about 8.
Okay.
Wait a minute, maybe mine's purple.
That's the later release.
Is that the one that would have been in stereo?
Well, all of them would have been in stereo.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, which is worth more, stereo or mono?
Well, the mono ones, they only made one color label, so there's only one to talk about. That's worth up to $100.
Okay.
Yeah.
So stereo black is also worth $100.
Up to $100. Depending on the condition very important.
This might be purple. I might have got screwed on this. What is it worth if it's purple?
About $8.
Oh, I still made some money. Let's see, what else did I get? Something about Connie Francis and the Jews. Do you know that one?
Well, anything by Connie Francis to have any value would be on MGM. That's the label.
I don't remember.
And it would be up to around $30. Connie Francis ain't the Beatles.
I forget what it was. She sings about the Jews. I'm not making this up. There was also another one that was like Connie Francis sings about the Italians.
Yes.
I just thought the Jews was funnier.
Yes, she had one in Yiddish, I think, and then she had one in Italian, because she was Italian herself, is Italian herself.
Oh.
And but most of her albums are up to around $30.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, this one was only marked $1.52, so I grabbed that. What about Brother Dave Gardner? This one was Kick Thy Own Self.
This one was what?
The name of the album is called Kick Thy Own Self.
Oh, not a big collectible. $20 on a good day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
My dad had all his albums when I was a kid. That's the only reason I know who he is.
Right.
What else did I get?
How about any of the original Carpenter stuff since she's dead? Is that worth anything?
Well, the only thing by the Carpenters right now is the first album, which is called Offerings, and that one on A&M is up to about $100. Oh. The rest of their material is under $20, except she had a couple of solo 45s that'll sell up to about $1,500.
Damn.
Yeah.
Which songs?
It would be on Magic Lantern. That's the label to look for.
Do you have any of those in them? Mm-mm.
Yeah. It's an early label before they signed with A&M.
Do you have any new kits? Did you put out a new one to cover other stuff?
I don't know if the last time I was on with you, we have now come out with a book on soundtracks. That's the latest that we've done from Broadway shows, movies, TV shows, because they're getting to be quite collectible.
I've got an original Sound of Music. Is that any worth anything?
No, about $10. I tell you what I found at a yard sale last month was the TV soundtrack for Josie and the Pussycats. Paid 50 cents for that. That's up to about $175 right now.
Long tails and ears for hangers. Let's see here. What else did I get? I got an old Pink Floyd. It's Mother Adam something. I can't think of the whole name. Do you know that one at all?
Well, for any value for Floyd right now, it's going to be on Tower, Tower, like Saucer Full of Secrets or Pipers at the Gates of Dawn. Those will sell up to about $100. Their albums on Columbia and Harvest generally up to around $20.
I think this one was on Harvest.
Yeah.
So I got screwed. It's the album's got a picture of a cow on the front of it. Do you know it at all?
No. Right off the top of my head, it doesn't come to mind.
Sonny and Cher, look at us.
Sonny and Cher, she's valuable on her own, but not with Sonny.
That would be the one I have.
But their albums mostly on Imperial and Atco are up to around $20 to $25. Her big record is a 45 called I Love You, Ringo, which is about $1,000.
You're a kid.
Seems like I've heard about that one.
Yeah. She recorded under the name Bonnie Jo Mason, but that's Cher.
You got time for a couple of calls?
Absolutely.
All right.
Top Gun? You were talking about soundtracks.
Top Gun, too new, really.
Okay.
Yeah. You would have to wait for the 80s to catch up with the big money in the 50s and 60s.
Okay.
What, your website changed. What is it now?
Website is moneymusic.com.
Oh, okay.
Moneymusic.com. And, no, it hasn't changed as far as I know.
Well, I mean, a long time ago, it was like Mighty John something, wasn't it?
Yeah, because, somebody got the rights to it, and they want big bucks for me to buy it back, and I said, hey, I'm not going to do it.
Screw them. Go ahead, Scott.
Hey, I got a Star Wars Empire Strikes Back LP, It's like a read-along with the book. I just found it the other day. I was wondering if that's worth anything.
Well, to a record collector, not much more than $10 to $15. But to someone that collects Star Wars memorabilia, it may be a different story and may be a higher value. But I can only give you the value through the eyes of a record collector.
Okay. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Mm-hmm. Urban Cowboy still too new?
Well, not only too new, but just not collectible.
All the stuff I know.
The big soundtrack is actually a 1954 Humphrey Bogart movie called The Kane Mutiny, and that's up to about $10,000.
That'd be great.
What kind of mutant pays $10,000 for an album? I don't know. I mean,
a mutant that's got 10,000.
You'd be afraid to play it.
Oh, you never play it.
Oh, really?
It's strictly an investment for most collectors. I mean, one thing you'd say about records and collectibles in general, they never go down in value. It's just that some go up faster than others. And looking at my 401k, I wish I had everything in collectibles.
Yeah, because I was looking at my money manager account or whatever. Yeah. Right now, it's paying like maybe 1%.
Yeah.
0.78%.
Put your money in records.
Yeah. Let's see. What is this one here? Did I pick something else up? Hold on. Oh, the Chubby Checker. It was on Parkway.
Right.
For Twisters only.
That's everything by Chubby for collectability would be on Parkway or Cameo, and they're up to about $40.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
All right, so I didn't get screwed on any of them.
No, not at all.
Maybe the Connie Francis, the Jew thing.
If you wanted to cash that out, say you wanted to turn that into money, where do you go? Who buys the stuff?
Here it comes. Go ahead, John.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, there are several things you can do. Hopefully you'll get a hold of our kit. Because of the kit, we include a Yellow Pages directory of collectors and dealers that you can contact. But one of the quickest ways to sell, once you know what these things are worth, put a small ad in your local classified saying you have records for sale, because collectors are always checking those classifieds.
Oh, I didn't know that.
But no matter where you sell, first thing, know what they're truly worth.
Jeez, if we only had a new kit.
It's in the mail. It's on its way.
Okay. What is it, Brian?
Hello.
Yep.
Hey, how's it going, guys? I was wondering if I had a 45 of Walter Cronkite with announcing the original moon landing. How about that?
Again, to somebody that collects space memorabilia or historical memorabilia, maybe. To a record collector, under $20. Collectors are looking.
Man, I'm sorry, I can't hear your reply.
He said it's worth $7,500.
Nah.
That's what he just said. Eddie said fiction broadcasts are very big. That's what you were thinking, wasn't it? Oh, yeah. What did he say it was worth? What did you say it was worth, John?
It's under $20.
About $20, Brian.
Oh, well, thank God. Yeah. Okay. Thanks, guys.
What about demo records? Because one came with my parents got this old Zenith stereo.
Right.
I don't even know, like console, back when they were the size of furniture.
Yes, I remember.
Yeah. It came with a demo. It was pitching new Zenith's Phantom Sound, crap like that. Is any crap like that worth anything?
Yes. I mean, RCA used to always include an Elvis record in some of their record player sales.
Yeah.
And if it's a collectible artist like Elvis, in this case, the Elvis ones sell up to about $500. But it all depends on who the artist is on the demo.
Oh, I got F'd again. I think it's Baby Elephant Walk.
Lawrence Welk. Oh, yeah, you really got to take it.
I thought that was Steve Allen.
Well, the big one is Lawrence Welk.
Yeah, well, of course, I don't even have the good one. Let's see. We'll take a couple more here. And, every time that we have John on, people going to go home and dig through all their crap.
Oh, sure.
I almost threw this stuff away when I moved this last time. I went to hell with it. I'm tired of dragging it around.
How many boxes you got?
That's generally what people sell, yeah.
Do what, John?
That's a good time to buy. People just want to get rid of it.
I've been dragging it around. Yeah, they're heavy as hell.
Yeah, I need to go through mine again and sell some off.
What was the last thing that you got that was worth something, Dan?
Oh, which one was it? I picked up a Beatles 45 that turned out to be worth, I think it's worth like $2,000.
You sell it yet?
No. No, I just, I'm a hog about this stuff. I take it and I bag them, I put them away.
I guess the thing not to do is just drop it all at a record store and go, how much you give me?
Give you dime.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you can run into somebody like John. What is it, Randy?
I got a Patsy Cline album that 45 that was done on Buddy Holly's production company. How much would something like that be worth?
Yeah, when you say Buddy Holly's production company, you're talking either Decca or Vocalion Records. Do you know which label you have?
Sure don't.
Okay. On Decca, up to about $40 on Vocalion, up to about $20.
Oh. Not going to retire on that.
Well, if you had 1,000 of them.
All right, and you say CDs aren't worth jacking with?
Well, CDs will be collectible. What's going to really be collectible first is actually the long boxes that CDs first came with in the early 80s.
I still have one of those.
Yeah, you probably had to destroy them to get to the CD. In any form of collectible, the packaging is always half the value at least.
Now, what about valuable record sleeves, but no records?
Well, in the case of 45s, little picture jackets the 45s came with are always worth more than the actual record itself. One I found recently, and I know you guys are too young to remember this, but it was a song by Shelley Fabre called Johnny Angel.
Yeah, like 62, 63, something like that. Yeah.
That little sleeve for that is up to $300. I paid a quarter for it.
Of course you did.
Yeah. The big one is the Stones from 68, Street Fighting Man. The sleeve for that, $10,000.
And I guess any original artwork, like one of the original Stones, what was it, Sticky something? With a zipper?
Fingers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With a zipper on it?
Some Stones records are very collectible, and some Stones records aren't collectible at all, and that one's about $10.
Really? Even the one with a zipper?
Yeah, except unless you have the promotional copies that went to radio stations, those are up to about $250.
Yeah. What is it, Brad?
I have a copy of Alice Cooper's Schools out that has the album cover like a writing desk.
Yes. Do you have the paper panties that came with it?
Yeah, actually I do.
Oh, well, yeah. You're wearing them?
Quit it, John.
Yeah, but I don't know what takes over me when I'm on your show.
What is it worth?
With the panties, up to about $75.
Cool.
Where'd you get the album, Brad?
Garage sale.
What'd you pay for it?
75 cents.
Yeah.
There you go.
A lot of these people, they got no clue.
Well, I don't.
All right, and 8 tracks are obviously out.
No value for 8 tracks.
Seems like those would be worth something.
No.
Yeah. A lot of people have them. A lot of people keep telling me, are you sure they're not worth anything?
Break, Eddie? All right, we'll do a couple more phone calls and we'll break here. Yeah, Clay?
Yeah, I've got a old E.T. album with the picture of it, the E.T. picture on it.
The only one that's worth money is the one, unfortunately, by Michael Jackson. If Michael Jackson is doing the narration, it's worth up to about $100. If he's not, then you're down to around $20.
That's about right. Okay, thank you.
All right, Chad.
Yeah, how you doing?
Good.
JD, do you have the Tony Orlando box set, I bet?
No.
Good. So I wanted to ask him about the...
What the hell was that? I don't know.
No, I wanted to ask him about the Beatle cover that you steam off the cover and you have the bloody babies under it.
Right.
How much is that worth?
Well, if you got one before they ever pasted another cover over it, that you would have to steam off, original stereo copies of what we call the Butcher cover, and the name of the album is Yesterday and Today, are up to $25,000.
Is that the most expensive thing going around, probably?
Yes. And if you've got one where it had a cover and it was steamed off, then stereo copies are up to around 2,500, mono copies up to around 500.
A friend of mine had one of those and damaged it, but golly, I can't believe that. All right, thanks.
Thanks, Chad.
Welcome.
All right, I don't know the Beatles baby story.
Well, it was 1966, and when asked to submit a picture for the next cover of their album, they submitted a picture of themselves dressed as butchers with broken dolls because they felt the record company was butchering their music and killing their babies, as they referred to their records.
Okay.
And so they released the album with them dressed as butchers, and it was recalled rather quickly, and it's a big, big collectible.
And instead of reprinting them, they just glued the new cover on?
In many cases, they just reissued it with another cover, which would show the Beatles standing or sitting around a steamer trunk. And if you have a copy of that album, Yesterday and Today, with the steamer trunk cover, and if you want to find out if the butcher picture is underneath, you don't need to steam off the cover. All you have to do is remove the record from the cover and hold the cover up to the light. And if the butcher picture is there, you'll be able to see it.
Anything else we need to watch for?
Well, you want to remember the 4 categories that will make you money: rock, country, blues, jazz, and the big collectible years are the 1950s and the 1960s, and Elvis and the Beatles overall, the 2 most collectible.
Okay.
And if you don't have access to the Internet and you'd like to get our record collector's kit, you can call 1-800-529-1944.
529-1944.
Yes.
And the new website, or the website now as well?
The website is moneymusic.com.
Okay. All right. Thanks, John.
Thank Russ.
All right. Mighty John Marshall. Yeah, bye-bye. So you say he was going to send us a new kit?
Yeah, I asked him if he would, and he said he would. I'm going to email him our address.
Oh, okay.
Our new address, but he'll take care of us.
Oh, we forgot to ask him about colored vinyl.
Yeah. He did say promotional radio station promotionals are worth more, so that's kind of cool. Got a bunch of those.
Well, yeah, because not everybody can get their hands on them.
Bunch of those.
All right, we'll take a break. We'll be back.
More of the Russ Martin Show coming right up.
Call Russ now at 214-787-1053.
All right. Hey, what happened with, Oh, that's a delicacy.
No.
What happened with, Pooh recording my rap song?
He told me he told me he couldn't do it with your words. He said he'd been trying and he couldn't, I told him, Russ did it. He said, well, I can't do it. I don't know. We can't do it in his words. I need to change his words.
Well, then then it doesn't work. I think they're missing this whole thing. I'm not looking for some sticky radio slam other stations thing. This is my history.
Well, that, and I think
Eddie, go fetch me that Pooh guy.
He's trying, I'm not sure. He may be trying to make it sound, like super professional.
If I can get close with the meter fitting in, then this should be a piece of cake for him. What kind of black people they have? You mean to tell me I get the one black person that's got no rhythm?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, Pooh. All right, I'll get him in here. Maybe if I do it for him, he gets a handle on the rhythm.
I think he wants it to be like good enough where he thinks he's going to make some cash on this. Like, it's going to be played on all sorts of stations.
Who's going to play it?
I think he's missed the point.
What was the point?
They're a music station. So you can get from your heart like the Eminem did about your life.
Yeah. All the pain, all the agony that I went through with my mother. I did.
Agony. She didn't do any of those things for real.
A lit flare.
Did not. Your lips would still be burned.
I didn't say she stuck the lid in my mouth. Oh. Did I?
No. You did say she made you drink water till you drowned, though. That would be you. You would still be dead.
Yeah. She also tried to drown me in a trash can lid full of water.
I didn't know that. Tried. See, now there, I can believe that. I don't think she did it, but at least there you say she tried. 2 or 3 times you said she actually killed you.
One time, she took these 2 trees that were growing next to each other.
Yeah, I can see
and pulled them down towards each other and tied my arms to them, and then released them.
You saw this on Popeye. You saw this on the Popeye.
Split me in half.
No, it didn't.
Yeah, it did. Did. Hurt. What is it, Barry?
What about John De La Rosa? Any trash?
I don't know where the thing is with that. Rob was supposed to talk to the Ice House today and talk to the big... I'll call Rob.
Okay, call Rob.
Thanks, Barry.
Bye.
Did you find the Pooh?
He is out getting food. They said they'd send him over as soon as he gets back.
Oh, okay. So now I got to teach a black guy to rap. Apparently. What else am I going to have to teach him to do?
Nothing.
Damn. All right, what's Rob's extension? I forget.
545.
Can I just dial that straight?
No, not from these phones. You got to dial the whole number.
Oh, I don't even know what the whole number is. What's the next part?
583.
Hold on, it's vexing me. I can call the old number and it'll come here, right?
I think so, yeah.
I'll just do that. All I want is 3 things, and we call it square.
100, the new 105.3 FM Talk.
Rob, the neck, please.
1 moment.
Thank you. there's 3 things.
I know.
John De La Rosa to come up and kiss my Pope ring. An on-air apology.
They're very doable.
And a check for Operation Kindness in the amount of $10,000.
Hey, you've reached the Marketing and Promotions Department of 105.3 FM, the talk that rocks.
You want me to go hunting
New
down?
Wild 100.3. This is Rob Littlemoser, and I'm unable to get to your call right now. So
why do people leave these long outgoing messages? You call my house, I'm not here. Leave a message. That's really all you need. Do I read all this information he just left? Does it do me any good?
When you are finished recording, you may press pound.
Hey, I'm not in.
Or simply hang up.
Rob, it's Russ. What's going on with the Ice House? You talk to somebody over there? I need to know. Nice outgoing message. Anybody else kick your ass today?
Oh. Stop.
What?
There, but the grace of God goes you. You could get in that same situation.
Yeah. That's when I'd go, yeah, they are big, aren't they? You pick your battles.
Looking
and
back.
if it's a bunch of guys, you suck it up. All right, so I'm a pussy. Are you going to love me more if I stand up to these guys and they beat my ass all over, Deep Ellum? No.
Dumbest thing I ever did. I kicked myself for a week for turning around like, what are you thinking?
No, you got off lucky. That was perfect.
Well, I know it turned out that way, but I could easily end up in the hospital.
I know, but the other way is, you feel like a coward for weeks. And you're right. She's going to throw that up in your face. Those guys said something to me and you didn't do anything about it. Yeah. Honey, there's 12 of them. You say something. Honey, one of them just got bigger. If that's all I mean to you, they got babs. You don't love me.
All that went through my brain in a second.
That's why if you're going to do it, you got to say it right then, because if you think about it.
My feet were doing stupid things. My feet are turning around. My brain's going, no!
Yeah, your brain's going, hey, where are you going?
Yeah, they ain't going to stop with your feet. They're going to hit me. They're going to hit me in the head.
I'm headed out. Dan, did you find the Rob?
He is not in his office, and he is nowhere around the building that I can find so far.
Okay.
I'm going to try his cell.
All right. It's been about an hour since we did news. Why don't you fire that up?
Okay.
Eddie, would you load up the news thing here, please? Thank you. You ready?
Sure. Just checking the radar. Well, they get storms moving in. They're moving away from us. I feel better.
Good. Where are they?
Just up north in Denton County, the northern edge of Denton County, and all the way up into Oklahoma.
Good. Outbound.
Okay. They are going to the northeast at this particular moment. Oh, by the way, I wanted to tell you, over the weekend, a friend of mine went to the Improv and saw that guy that you told, the comedian, something Florentine.
Yeah.
Saw the comedian that was there, that we asked to bring an area rug up here.
Right.
And of course he denied. He said, no way.
Yeah.
He said it was horrible. I pulled up the review from the paper.
Hold on. Hey, Pooh, come here. We don't have any headphones for you, do we?
My point was good call.
Oh, really?
I'll tell you in a minute.
What is, all right, well, hang on to that. Okay. You can't write my song?
Man, Russ, I tried to give it up my all, and I told JD that I just couldn't do it.
Pooh.
I know. And I didn't want to let you down. Me and Billy, we drank a thing of Jack, and we still couldn't.
You can't rap when you're drunk.
Well, it helps you, it heightens your level of creativity. So we couldn't get your words to form, go along with the beat.
What beat were you using? Using the same Eminem thing?
Yeah, we had the Eminem instrumental.
All right, hold on. Now I got Rob on the phone. I got all this crap happening at one time. Don't go anywhere. Rob.
Yes.
What's up? What's the matter?
I'm on my way home.
You sound morose. What's the matter?
What's morose?
I gotta go take some more painkillers.
Oh. I thought maybe I caught you in another ass kicking.
No.
If you need to go, tell me if somebody's kicking your ass right now.
No, that's all right.
Somebody kicking Rob's ass?
You didn't know that?
Shut up.
No, I swear, somebody jumped him, was it Saturday night?
Yeah.
Deep Ellum. Made a comment about his girlfriend. He told him to F off, turned around, the guy's jumped him.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Rob's like the
He's got two, yeah, I know. Of all people to dick with, it'd be Rob. But there was, how many of them were there?
There was like 4, but it was just me and another guy.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, there was like 4 or 5 of them. They're
See?
pretty big guys. Yeah.
and he's got two black eyes.
Are you serious?
I swear.
Y'all aren't laughing?
No.
Oh, man. You all right, Rob?
Yeah, I'm all right.
Oh, man.
What's up?
So what's the story with the Ice House?
Actually, I talked to Dave Parks a couple of times. He's
our buddy over at Smirnoff.
Yeah.
Now, Dave of all people should have been open to this. He should have been shocked because Dave's always been good to us.
Yeah.
What'd he say?
Well, he was shocked. He had no idea that there was a problem.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Dan, hadn't you called the Smirnoff and told him this whole thing? Didn't you leave messages?
I've been trying to get a hold of what's his name? Jim Fontana.
No.
Fontana.
Dave Parks didn't know that whatever John De La Rosa's issue is, Dave doesn't even know what that is.
See, I would have checked. If I was going to kick somebody or not let somebody in the Ice House there at the Smirnoff, I'd go check with Dave Parks before I pulled that boneheaded move on somebody in the media or anybody in general, but especially me.
Dave actually would have thought that he was kidding, kind of like you thought that he was joking.
I thought it was a host job when he said, "You've been bagging on the Ice House. You're not welcome in here."
Yeah, and so...
and then he proceeds to call me a liar in front of my posse.
Your posse?
I have a posse.
I know.
We've talked about this. It's not a big posse.
I know.
But they roll deep.
Yeah.
Right.
It's a respectable posse.
Very well grown.
It's not a posse that you look at and go, ugh. You don't want to be in this posse.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, I think so. It's a tight posse. Ain't nothing better than a tight posse. White one, too. All right, so Dave Parks, does Dave want my posse?
Dave likes you. I mean,
we've done stuff.
This worked out.
How bad? Dave's done stuff with us for years and years.
I mean, he's trying to get in touch with his people there and trying to get this all worked out. I mean, he's calling me back with some ideas.
Did you tell him what I wanted?
Yeah, I told him what you wanted.
I want the on-air apology. I want John De La Rosa to come up and kiss my Pope ring, and I want a check for Operation Kindness for $10,000.
Yeah, I mean, everything went really good until I got to that part, and then there was just a dead silence, and he said, well, I'm going to call you back. So he called me back a couple of times and goes, look, Rob, we got to get this worked out.
Kiss my ring, on-air apology, $10,000 check.
I know.
I'm not asking for a whole lot.
I understand that. I understand. And he's aware of it, and he's talking to people and trying to get John De La Rosa and everybody together so he can get this all hammered out.
On-air apology. Kiss my ring.
I know. I will. I know. I'm probably going to speak to him again tomorrow.
Okay.
But we talked about 3 or 4 times today.
Okay, perfect.
To try to get this hammered out. So
lovely.
Anything else?
No, that was it.
Okay. Man.
You feeling all right?
Nah, I need some more medicine.
Okay.
All right.
Take care of yourself.
All right, bye.
All right. So, back to you, Pooh.
He sounded bad.
Yeah. Oh, I talked to him. In fact, I was going to go meet him. We were emailing back and forth. He's got one of those cell phones where you can send emails.
Yeah.
And I was sitting at home late Saturday, not doing anything. I'd taken a nap. I thought, I'm going to take the Mach 5 out and just go kill some time. Mm-hmm. He's emailing me back and forth. Hey, maybe we'll hook up, da-da-da-da. So I call him as soon as I get in the car. He goes, I just got my ass kicked. I went, I just emailed you 30 seconds ago. How'd that happen? All right, so now I got to teach you how to rap.
Yeah, you're going to have to because, I mean...
How far behind are we at? All right, I'm not going to do the whole thing. All right, do you still have the music? All right, I haven't done this in a while, so it's going to take me a second.
See, we got the first part.
Yeah, 2 big fat bitches ate all of my pie, ate all of my pie.
Yeah, that was easy. But then...
My life has been a big fat drag, a naggy drag, a life of nag. My mom was a monster in drag. Her horn should have been a big blue flag. See? Don't give me that.
He's just doing it to the beat. It works. It's not great, but it works.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you can make it right. Here's the next part. Just gotta tap your fingers like this. It helps. Go like this. Bob your head. Cover my head in a grocery bag. No air for swag. To her, it was a funny sight gag. See? That one fits. When I would and make my bed, a place to lay my pretty head. She'd sneak in with a big axe head. Trouble ahead, make me dead. Bust my head, make it my own deathbed. The axe to embed in my head. I'd rather have some hot French bread like they sell at the deli. Love that smelly for my belly. What's the problem? Really? There. Take that and don't come back in here until you're black.
More of the Russ Martin Show coming right up.
Call Russ now at 214-787-1053.
All right, let me see the review.
Okay. I made you a copy. I was going to read out some of the highlights, lowlights.
What is this from?
It's rarely to DallasNews.com, Dallas Morning News, in their Arts Entertainment overnight section. This is rare that they just destroy somebody.
I don't think I've seen font that big since World War II.
Nope. Wrong number.
Florentine cracks out tired act.
Cracks out tired act.
He started off with dope humor, never a good sign. From there he tried Godzilla-like through therapy, blah, 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 blah. How he avoided airline food as a topic was a mystery. His ham-handedness was apparent in the response of the crowd of approximately 120. When he asked who was married, there was absolutely no response. Oh man, that's gotta suck.
Like,
how many people here are married?
Oh. That did
let's see here.
In fact, they give him more credit for what he didn't do than what he did. Because he also gets credit for not rehashing much of his phone prank material, even though when he talked about it, it was funnier than the rest of his material. Ouch.
Girls with hairy armpits wanting your child's mother to smoke while pregnant was so horrible that they shouldn't have been addressed. I don't think I got everything. Looks like it cuts off. You see your copy.
3 pages.
No, yours is better. Dope humor. Most of the rest was just plain bad.
So, of all the comedians to make you bring a rug, I think that was the best one. Best choice you made.
Damn, that's a big font.
Yep.
Good.
I don't think they liked it.
No, the morning news didn't. All right, good. Good call. All right, you ready for news?
Yes.
All right, 5 o'clock. J.D. Ryan's on the new 105.3 FM Talk with news.
Thank you, Russ. And news brought to us by Nextel, 1-800-NEXTEL-9. That's how business gets done. Today, only about 1% of the U.S. population has one of those digital video recording systems like TiVo or Replay TV. One of the benefits of these marvelous little machines is that you can instantly skip through the commercials. Well,
I love mine. PVR.
It's got the TV industry up in arms trying to figure out ways to make money now with TV commercials because people, of course, it's a small percentage of the people, but as time goes on, people are going to start skipping TV commercials.
Yeah, it's not like with a VCR where you would fast forward and you still saw part of the commercial. So you retain something. With PVR, these digital things, just gone. It's instantaneous.
Yeah, you get like one word at the very beginning, and then you come back and the show's back on.
Perfect. I love it.
I got to get one of those. The chairman of Turner Broadcasting says in the next 5 to 10 years, however, consumers now may have to start paying $250 above any cable or satellite fees just to make up for what they're losing in revenue. And they say they can't, right now primetime TV commercial runs about 30 seconds runs $100,000 to $200,000. Well, if people stop paying attention to them, they're not worth $200,000 anymore. Commercials fill an average of 15 minutes per hour of prime time on the big broadcast network, up from 9.5 minutes in 1983.
They're lucky they don't have to deal with the crap that we do here. How many spots we run an hour?
Oh, 20.
How many is it? Almost 20. That's 10 minutes every half hour.
Mm-hmm. Well, TV, they're running 15.
15 an hour?
Mm-hmm. Because back when we did the TV show, we had to produce 22 minutes of television for every hour. Now it's saying network TV's average 15 minutes per hour prime time in the big broadcast networks. So now a 30-minute show is really 15.
You said, wait a minute.
Per hour.
Per hour. That's 7.5.
Sorry.
That's the same thing as when we were doing the TV show.
I was thinking per show.
Yeah. That's right.
But they've come up with other ways for people not to kind of weasel their way into the television shows. Revlon bought its way into the storyline of soap opera All My Children, basically.
Product placement.
Yeah, product placement. Survivor.
Yeah, they do that in movies. Why not TV shows?
Survivor participants competed for sips of soft drinks, Sierra Mist, and serving Doritos. And on the other half talk show, advertisers can actually buy guest spots.
That's the one with Dick Clark and Danny Bonaducci?
Uh-huh.
So they can buy spots?
Yeah, a Hyundai executive gave advice recently on how to buy and lease a car, according to New York Times.
I told you that show was starting to look like an infomercial.
Yeah.
Just some of the people that they have on. They had on, who is it with the Weenie Mobile? Is it Oscar Mayer? Yeah, they had them on. And Hershey Kisses. I went, this is looking too commercial. These people got to be buying their way on. I knew it.
You're right.
That show sucks too bad to stay on its own.
So, anyway, that's TV's going that way. We start costing us more. A latest sign that the Stone Cold Steve Austin thing is just a big scam. The next issue of WWE's Raw magazine going to focus on the Bionic Redneck with the real reason he walked away from the Federation, a recap of the domestic violence allegations, and all manner of other anti-Austin propaganda. So you think if that was real, they wouldn't even address it.
What about him smacking his wife?
Yeah, all that stuff. Why would you address that in a magazine? Especially if the charges are still out. The only reason they're talking about Stone Cold leaving the company, so the big surprise when he comes back. So now it's starting to look like it's just a scam.
That reminds me. Gary tried to call today, Dan?
No, he has not.
I know what he's doing. When you become unavailable, because I used to do this with chicks a lot.
Oh.
Even though things are going fine, you don't want to be too available, because then they miss you. You don't want them to get too content with what's going on. Be mysterious. That's what Gary's doing to me. He's being mysterious. Being unavailable, so I'll miss him, even though I feel pretty secure in our relationship.
Yeah.
Because I can tell. I mean, as much anger as he has for me, there's still emotion there. Of course. Means he feels something for me.
That's the only reason you get angry, is when you have emotions.
Right. If you didn't care, that's when you could tell that a relationship's crap to bed with a chick.
God.
If you're trying to, salvage it or whatever, and they're going, nope.
That's the worst feeling in the world.
But sweetie, this is me. And they're looking straight through you.
Totally cold.
That's because if they're arguing with you and they're screaming at you, then there's still some emotion there, and that's something you can work with. If they're just saying, no, this is not good. But I'll change. Nope, too late. Well, how about some cash? Those are the ones you can't do anything with.
I need to leave now. I don't want to leave. How about if I just sit here quietly?
Yeah. Oh, how about we can date other people. I won't. But can we still see each other? Nope. I'm going to kill myself. Outside.
Not on the carpet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the worst one when you say, I'm going to kill myself. And they go, it might be best.
That's up to you. I have a date. That is probably the most pathetic I've ever been in my life, is trying to salvage a relationship.
Oh, yes. Did you cry?
Oh, God, yes.
Oh, yeah. I tried that. In a restaurant.
No, you didn't.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I've never cried in public. You pussy. Did you really?
I was in a corner booth. It's a little restaurant. It's not even there anymore. They had the little booths where you could draw the curtains.
So what happened?
It didn't work.
Why was she dumping you?
Oh, I don't know. Oh, because I was late all the time.
How long ago was this?
81.
Oh.
It's been a long time since I've been on a date.
I'm just wondering, I don't know if crying does any good or not, because I think it makes to the chick, it makes you look like a big pussy, even though you're going, all right, here's what I'm going to do. This is my last ditch. It's like the terrorists are in the cockpit.
In your head, this is a great plan. She'll feel sorry for me and take me back.
Chicks love it when you cry. That's emotion. No, you look like a pussy. She's already done with you anyway.
And you have any ounce of respect that you had is gone.
You're giving her all the power. And every bit more reason to leave you. You're a pussy.
Then you go to the bathroom, get tissue, and you pass the mirror, and you look in there and go, you dildo. What are you doing? Quiet! Say pop! Then you go back out and beg some more.
Hey, man.
Yeah, at that point, you don't care if she stays with you just because she feels sorry for you, because it buys you another day. That's all you want. So you don't have to sit up all night going, well, what she doing is, how am I going to get through this? What if she's out on a date? Is she wearing the teddy that I got her one time and she's sleeping with him? Please don't do it.
I'm going to call just to see.
Please don't leave me. Jesus. That's another reason I don't want to get back in a relationship. Because I know sooner or later she's going to leave me. And I'm going to go through it. I'm going to be 42 years old, doing exactly the same stuff I was doing when I was 22. Crying, please don't leave me. I'll kill myself. I'll do anything. I'll change. How about some cash?
I like the cash twist. That's good.
Yeah.
I never thought of that one.
Never tried it.
And then you come up with all these jackass ideas to try and salvage the relationship. Well, here's what we... It sounds good when you're doing it.
Yeah.
But as you go back and look at it, well, what we need to do is we need to get away from everybody and just go spend some time alone and work on our problems.
Take a trip.
Right.
And just get away from everybody, because it's not us. It's the people around us. Then you go on a trip and you get in another fight. Well, it's these damn Mexicans. We should stay at home where we could just be with ourselves. I can't tell you how many trips I've taken to try and salvage a relationship. Bitch goes, 3 weeks later, she's gone. Tennis bracelet and all.
Look at that poor sap when we were going to Mexico. Fought with his girlfriend all the way down. And he paid for the airline tickets. And this is going to be a miserable week for him. We weren't even on the runway and they were fighting. She wouldn't even look at him. The entire flight, she looked out the window. And he sat there and he cried and he begged and the whole
Did he really?
plane. Oh, absolutely.
In front of you?
Right next to me. I was in the aisle seat and he turned body language towards her the whole time, holding her hand. And she just was looking out the window. She was not even on that airplane. And you know damn well he paid for those tickets. Not going to get anything down there. Oh.
Then you start looking at the size of her head, the size of that window. Maybe with the right angle. Go ahead, you're on the air.
Yes, Russ, I was such a pussy one time. When the girl was leaving my apartment, I was on my hands and knees hanging onto her leg.
Oh, you win.
And crying, right?
Oh, I was bawling. And she had slept with somebody else. I was like, it's okay.
It's okay. It's okay.
But then she said with me, I'll watch or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But, I was good God, that was the lowest point in my life.
And then they leave anyway.
Yeah. I think they do it just to watch you beg and cry. That way they can laugh later and tell their friends.
I'm sure they had a good time.
All right, thanks. Yeah, I had a buddy one time. His wife left him, and he was so distraught, he actually followed her to Minneapolis or whatever from here. Went all the way up there. She already had a new boyfriend. He's talking to both of them, still trying to salvage the relationship. And they end up pulling a three-way.
Oh.
That's how bad he wanted it. It almost makes me want to cry right now. That's how much he cared about her. Is he was willing to accept any part of her he could get, even if there were some other guys cranking her face.
The new guy that he knew she was in love with. Oh, man, that's painful even to hear.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Maybe I should just stick with L.A. Let's just have her live someplace else and come here on occasion.
Have you talked to her?
Nope.
It's going to be tough to hook up with her without talking to her.
Well, I could talk to her on the phone or whatever, email. But no, I haven't called her.
Why not?
So are you settling for a porn star because you don't think you can have a regular relationship?
I don't know. Jesus, I don't want to sit at that slot machine anymore.
I know.
I just don't.
That's how people settle.
Every day that, you stick $1 in that thing, that's just like another day of your life.
You're right. That's how people end up staying in bad marriages over years and years and years. Well, it's not great, but it's better than the unknown. It's better than going out and dating again.
Yeah.
That's how people stay.
That's what Dan said.
I know that's what he said every day.
And you say that every day
Every
when you
day
come
in
in
the office, you do.
I do not.
Okay.
You got a poster over your board, over your office that says the same thing.
But, I mean, you look at people that haven't had sex in 20 years, don't ever talk to each other, live in the same house, still married. Married 30 years. Of course, we haven't spoken in 15 of those.
I'm almost cool enough just being alone than running that risk, because I don't want to go through that ever again.
The only worst thing than being in a bad marriage is, being alone is being in a house and feeling alone. Being there for somebody else and feeling alone because you can't talk to them.
Hello?
Hey,
yes.
There's a way to solve all this. You do like I did. As the police are hauling her out of the house, you walk out on the front porch, and just as they put her in the police car, you holler, "Next!"
Yeah, that's good.
It'd be nice for you all to do that.
Sometimes it gets depressing.
Yeah.
Because over the weekend, there are a couple of times I'd like to do something with somebody.
Sure, sometime.
But all the chicks I've been going out with, it's just, it's that superficial crap. And if you go out with them too much and they think you like them.
Mm-hmm. That's the problem with relationships is they use no more time with them. They're going to expect you to.
That's the problem with L.A.
Be somewhere and do something. Well, that's what
after you see them a certain number of times in their mind, it's a relationship.
3 or 4 days at my house, and she was talking about, not to me, but to other people, moving from Boston down here.
Right.
Just that. I don't even have to go any further. Moving to Dallas. No other reason to move to Dallas except for me. Well, she has no other ties here.
And she did start saying things to you about how she would like to rearrange your house.
Mm-hmm.
But when they start that, they're nesting.
Yeah.
Rearrange the house and get me in different clothes and in a different car. This is not the car you need to be driving there. I don't see you in this car. Just those words.
Mm-hmm.
That's a total makeover coming. That's not going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care how hot you are. I think with her, though, if you say, this is the way it's going to stay, I think she grasps that.
Possibly.
A lot easier than a lot of other chicks. Because I told her, I went, all right, here's the deal. You can stay. You can't bother me during the day because I'm going to be working on the show. I know I'm just sitting there in front of the computer, but I'm reading and I'm doing stuff.
Right.
She only bothered me once the whole time that she was there.
But Dan's right. She's nesting, doing your laundry, doing all that stuff. That's just nesting.
Yeah.
It's typical behavior. So you're going to settle for a porn star now because you don't think you.
I don't know what the hell I'm going to do. No, yeah.
Don't need to finish this.
Yeah, go ahead.
George Foreman, speaking of marriages and sex and such, has been sued by a 22-year-old woman who says he's her daddy. Jasmine Foreman, who's the daughter of Foreman's third wife, doesn't want any money, just wants Foreman to acknowledge that he's her father. But George says he took a blood test a while back, which proved that Jasmine is not his daughter.
So should have used one of those grills when she was born. Stop it. Eat that baby.
No. Nearly.
Didn't we had George Foreman on a long time ago, didn't we, Dan?
Yeah.
See if we can get a hold of him again.
I'll try.
I think he is in, I want to say Houston or in that area. Is it Austin? There's a church down there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'll see what I can do.
Okay.
Nearly 3 months after naming Jerry Seinfeld's smash hit sitcom Seinfeld as the greatest television show of all time, the editors of TV Guide have now come out with the worst shows of all time. You want to try to guess any of these? Or you just want me to tell you that hit the hot
Let me
spots?
think.
I've got all 50 here.
Top 10.
One of them's produced locally.
Really?
In the top 50, anyway.
Walker, Texas Ranger?
No, Barney and Friends.
Oh. Let's see. Where's TV shows?
This goes all the way back to the 50s and 60s.
Any type of TV show?
Yep.
Like musical variety, stuff like that?
All the way up to sports. Yeah. Music, variety, sports, recurring comedies. In fact, there's 2 on the top here that are the top 5 I can't believe.
Chevy Chase. The Chevy Chase show.
I believe that's in here. It's number 16.
I missed the first part of this. Is this the worst
TV shows of all time?
Worst TV shows of all time.
My Mother, the Car.
That is very good. Number 2. 1965 and 66.
Let me think. Hold on.
I don't think that was that bad of a show. I guess it was.
It got remade into a movie.
It was Jerry Van Dyke, and his mom was an Etzel.
Yeah.
She died and came back as wasn't it an Etzel then?
Yeah, I think it was.
I don't remember.
Yeah, she was in
I didn't watch it.
Yeah.
Well,
and every time she talked, the headlights would flash.
I know. Mr. Ed was a horse.
Yeah, is Mr. Ed on there?
Nope. Didn't make the list.
Do like the top 20 really quick.
Okay, here we go. In descending order, they are Pruitts of Southampton's number 20.
The what?
The Pruitts of Southampton. Never heard of that one. The PTL Club is number 19.
Yeah, that blew.
Should have been number 1. The Ugliest Girl in Town is number 18.
I don't know that one.
Casablanca TV show is number 17. Chevy Chase shows 16. Manimal on NBC was
I remember that one.
15.
What was that one about?
It was a guy that had the ability to take on the aspects of creatures. And so he could fight like a bear and run like a cougar and...
There's a joke in here, stuff like that.
Didn't they just make a movie like that?
I don't know.
Anyway, whatever.
All right.
Baby Bob, still on. Number 14. 20.
That's still on?
It says 2002 to present, so I guess it's new. Baby Bob.
All right.
21 on NBC is number 13.
I don't know.
That was in the 50s. Hello, Larry, number 12.
Oh, 21, the game show.
I guess, okay.
All right. Yeah. Hello, Larry was McLean Stevenson, wasn't it?
Right. And we're getting into the top 10. Number 11 is The Secret Diary of Desmond Pfeiffer.
I don't know that one.
That's on UPN. Hee Haw Honeys, not Hee Haw, but Hee Haw Honeys was number 10.
Oh, no. That was, you know what that was?
I know.
That was all the spaced out whacking material in Hee Haw crunched down into one show. That was perfect.
That was a great show.
That was like 78, 79, I think.
Very good. 78, 79 since syndication was.
I used to videotape that with the VCR that I had.
Yeah.
It was this big. You remember them when?
Yeah.
The originals, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you can barely pick it up by yourself. It looked like, it was this big.
Coffee tables.
Yeah.
And they had the clunk changers, the big
top loaders.
Changers.
Yeah, the big top loader, right. And then the great big buttons that you push down. And you could always tell, when I was in the other room whacking, because you could, stop one button and press the next one. All right, hit rewind. I love you, honeys.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
All right, You're in the Picture. 1961 was number 9. No idea. Cop Rock was number 8.
I never watched that, but I heard it blew.
After MASH was number 7.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And here's the top 6. One of these I don't think belongs there. Celebrity Boxing, number 6. That belongs in there. Hogan's Heroes, number 5.
No, it is not.
You're kidding.
That's what I said.
Let me see it.
Look. Hogan's Heroes. From 65 to 71.
Show. Yeah.
I did too. The Brady Bunch Hour is number 4.
Yeah.
These all make sense. XFL was number 3.
Yeah.
That's horrible. My Mother the Car is number 2. The number 1 worst television show of all time, according to TV Guide, The Jerry Springer Show.
Oh, no. That's groundbreaking. That's NASCAR without the cars.
Trash TV show that Yeah, it is. Trash TV show that
How horribly accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't need to say anything else. You're right.
Thank you.
All right, there's news and information brought to us by the folks at Bell Bottoms. I'll be out there Saturday night from 10 to midnight. Come on out, party with me. I'm J.D. Ryan on the Talk that Rocks Texas from 105.3 FM Talk.
More of the Russ Martin Show coming right up.
All right. 525, check on traffic. Jonathan Dodge at the controls of the new 105.3 FM Talks. White Lightning.
Why, thank you, Russell. This report brought to you by Pit.com and Fowler Toyota in Dallas, southbound 75 and Lemon. There's an accident involving 2 pickup trucks and 2 cars. Only the left shoulder and right lane getting through. There's a backup to the university. Northbound on the Dallas North Tollway to George Bush. That's 190. There's an accident on the right shoulder. People slowing down to take a look, causing a nice delay. Southbound I-35, the North Freeway at Northeast 28th Street. Major accident. It is blocked due to a spilled load. The truck is off to the right shoulder. Debris is all over the roadway. Only the left shoulder is getting by, causing heavy delays in all directions. From there, eastbound I-20 and Forest Hill, an accident blocking the entrance ramp. That's causing a minor delay. On the eastbound I-30 ramp to southbound I-35, an accident involving an 18-wheeler. Expect delays. Westbound 114 and 114 business. There's an accident involving a bus, and on westbound 114 at South Lake Boulevard, there's an accident blocking several lanes, causing a heavy delay. This report brought to you by the Texas Lottery. Are you looking for the best in scratch game excitement? Play Festus 7 with 7 ways to win. It's the ultimate fun for the Texas Lottery. You can win up to $70,000. Play Festus 7 today. At traffic, I'm Jonathan Dodge. And the new 105.3 FM White.
Thank you, Jonathan. All right, we get a 50% chance of some isolated thunderstorms, some in Jack County and Denton County right now, moving away from us. That's the good news. 70% chance of showers tomorrow afternoon. A little cooler, though. Should be mid-80s. We're at 84 degrees now at the Talk That Rocks, Texas. The new 105.3 FM Talk.
All right. Hey, Dan, God, I had a bad dream last night. I've been rattled since then. Eddie left some What Did I Tell You stuff, so we have something to give away?
Y'all have to go get it from Chloe. He forgot to bring me the prize sheets.
Okay. We'll play, and then we'll give them whatever later.
Okay.
All right.
That dream?
I've been having a lot of weird-ass dreams over the past couple of weeks. Just
slept with your mom again? That was the last one you had that rattled you for 2 days. You were having hot sex and it turned out to be your mom.
I don't remember telling you guys.
I didn't make that up. You told it on the air.
Oh, Jessica Lord.
Okay.
That was it. I was doing Jessica Lord.
That's right. Yeah.
Oh. I'd forgotten about that.
I'm sorry.
No, these are like job things. I can't find stuff. I'm in the studio, dead air, and everything's in slow motion, and you can't get to the console.
I've had those.
It's like I had one last night that must have lasted at least 8 hours.
No, they don't.
Then you wake up and you go, okay, great, it's a dream. I go back to sleep. I picked up where I left off. I can't pick up on the dreams where I'm banging somebody.
I hate that. I don't know. Why can't you have the good dreams that last for all night?
And it just went on and on and on. And I got a little flashback here in the studio because Eddie's not here and I'm shuffling around all the spots trying to make sure everything's getting run. I've been depressed.
Why?
I don't know.
No woman in your life?
I don't know.
I think that's it. You're not getting regular sex.
Never bothered me before. This comes in waves. It'll go away. It's just getting through this funky area. It'll last for maybe a month.
That long?
Yeah. I mean, it's not like I'm dysfunctional and I can't go to work.
No. But if you're...
It's just something you got to shake.
I just know the nights that I have bad dreams all night, the day is just a waste.
Yeah, that's what today's been.
Can't get your brain straight.
It's kind of like being on cold medicine.
Yeah.
Well, that and you don't sleep well, so you are listless the next day.
Yeah.
And you're not able to communicate things to people as well as you normally would.
Yeah. You end up having a show like this.
It's a good show. A fun show today.
What is it, Monty?
Well.
Oh, it's a chick.
Oh.
Yes, it is.
Yes?
Well, I was just worried about you.
What's the matter?
Well, you just seem so down and you're fretting about this whole woman thing, and it just kind of makes me wonder if maybe you're not looking in the right age bracket.
What age bracket should I be looking in?
Well, I'm not saying you should be looking in any particular age bracket. It's just that, sometimes when you get into those hard-body 25-year-old between the ages of 25 let's take it back, 18
Hold
to
on
25.
a second. Where are my nipples? Okay. All right, go ahead.
Well, what are you going to do with your nipples?
I'm pinching them. Go ahead. Keep talking.
Talk about the hard body part again.
Okay.
So what's your question?
Well, you're 40-ish, right?
Yes.
Well, maybe you should find somebody who's not exactly looking for a sugar daddy. Somebody to take care of them.
I don't know if these chicks are looking for a sugar daddy because I don't spend any money on them.
Well, you said that they always leave with a tennis bracelet.
That was a long time ago. I'm over that.
Well,
That's been almost 4
still,
years.
there are women out there who would actually enjoy your company for your company.
Yeah, of course.
And, well, there is somewhere.
I'm sure there are. There'll be a normal chick float around.
Well, I don't know how normal she'll be.
Have to be somebody that doesn't know what I do.
That'd be impossible.
Why?
That would be impossible.
Well,
not everybody listens to this show, regardless of what the ratings say. Not everybody listens.
And so you meet somebody and they start listening to the show and
Oh, I don't tell them that. I tell them I sell crack to kids.
They'll find out eventually. You go out in the public, people stop you.
I surf the internet for child pornography.
You do?
No, that's something you could tell.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know where this is going to play out. I'm almost gotten to a point to where I just go, okay, screw it. I'm not going to be in a relationship with anybody.
And what's wrong with that?
I don't know. Just at different times, you kind of like to, something like when the ratings come out, you want to go home and share that with somebody.
Yeah. That's right. And so that's my point, is that you can actually...
I go home and I share it with Abby, and, you know, I celebrate by having a little wine, and she licks herself.
That's a special relationship y'all have.
Yeah.
She may lick you.
No. Oh, wrong. Thanks. Bye.
No, that was the other dog.
So...
I know.
I don't even know where I was going with this.
You're just in a funk right now.
Yeah.
You're having bad dreams.
Yeah. Oh, we were going to do, what did I tell you?
Would you take a sleeping aid ever?
Well, I don't have any problem going to sleep.
Okay.
The sleeping aids keep you from dreaming?
I just, when I quit drinking there for that day, now for, several weeks, I was having horrible night sweats and bad dreams, and I got a little pill, and you wake up refreshed, and I didn't have the bad dreams anymore. But I didn't do them every night. I do half of one like every other night.
Now, what are you taking? Are you talking about over-the-counter stuff or prescription?
No, it was a prescription. It was called Ambien.
Where'd you get it? No, I don't want to. Black market?
Nope.
You get it from white people?
Walgreens.
Oh. Nah, I don't think I want to do that. I don't like depending on stuff to get me through the funk. I'll just drink more.
No, that's good. That's what got me into the night sweat.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I get over it. Okay. I got nothing to be depressed about.
No. On top of the world.
You know what? Actually, what it is, it's not depression. It's the pressure of not doing the same crap every single day.
Mm-hmm. I know.
And keeping the ratings where they are.
You put yourself under tremendous stress.
Yes, I do.
Well, you do. Even during the vacation. What did you do during the vacation? Did you one time just sit and float in your pool? All the things you work for, you got all the toys around you.
It's funny. I did that yesterday.
Yeah.
For about 8 minutes, and I felt guilty because I wasn't doing anything.
You got to get out of that. We're going to be here for 10, 15 years doing this.
Yeah. So then I go, okay, you know what? I'm going to go in and eat. And most of the day, I stain my fence, which is a bigger process than I thought was good. Than thought I was going to. Because Dan lied to me and goes, well, you could just get a sprayer and that's it. You spray it and you're done.
Yeah.
A 10 by 8 area of the fence took me almost an hour. So I went, okay, I'm done for the weekend. I go inside. I start smoking some chicken, have a drink, and you know when you're drinking, just for maybe 10 minutes.
Yeah, you hit the zone.
Yeah, you hit that zone of, okay, I feel like doing something. Luckily, it only lasts about 10 minutes, but if you start a project in that area, you'll go and do it. So I went, I'm going to finish staying in a fence, which leads me to this question. Will that come out of bricks, Dan?
Eventually.
I mean, did it just wear out?
Well, you have a power sprayer, don't you?
Not a power washer.
Power washer?
Yeah.
I guess I could loan you mine. You can power wash that stuff out of the bricks.
And the concrete?
Out of the concrete.
Okay. Hold on just a second. I know.
Shut up out there!
They don't hear you.
Why is it we can hear them and they can't hear us?
I don't know.
Hold on. I'll try it.
They are loud.
Yeah. Well, they're standing right out here on the other side of this door.
There was some frustration.
That scared me.
It scared me too. Imagine him doing that at the house, screaming at you. Damn.
How was that?
That was good. Who was out there talking?
I don't know. They were around the corner.
Oh.
I didn't scare one of the salespeople.
Good. How many different times you got to tell them, shut up?
Maybe
don't talk. We need to stick something up in this area from wherever, I don't know, in a 30-foot radius. Don't talk. If you got to do something, go outside.
Actually, I talked with Bob about the very thing about having a couple of signs made that go up in the hall when we are on the air. They're on like a little post. You know, you take a concrete or
we don't have to do that. Just put strobes around the area when these mics are on. Seriously, and put one in all these different zones. And when those strobes are on, shut your ass.
Just like I do, like they do in a movie theater, a movie set. They have a big rotating.
That's what I want in the hallway. Great big flashing. I'm not kidding.
I believe you.
Great big flashing red lights that you can't miss them.
That would work. I've got 2 of those at home. I'll bring them.
No, we ain't bringing nothing. Make them stick them up there.
Okay.
I can still hear them in the hall. They're not getting it.
If I go out there, especially in the mood I'm in right now. What is it, Shannon?
Hey, you need to go to your doctor and tell him to give you some Xanax.
I don't want to start taking drugs for stuff.
No, they don't.
Because then you don't really address the problem. You just kind of get zoned out and you stay in a funk.
They don't zone you out. What happens is when you lay down at night, do you just keep thinking about everything?
No, I go to sleep fine. It's just the weird dreams that are wigging me out.
No. Well, it might help.
No, I don't want to.
Is that an antidepressant? Is that an antidepressant?
It's an anti-anxiety.
Yeah.
That can cause dreams. So it might help.
Nah, I think you got to have dreams for a reason.
Okay.
That's what they tell you. That's your way of working out problems that you didn't have time to do during the day. I don't know what the hell they mean. And they can never mean, you can't take them at face value.
No.
Well, water means the passage of time. Why can't it just mean water?
I think it does. You're talking about Dewana philosophy.
Thanks,
now.
Shannon. What?
That Dewana goes off. Well, it was a dog in my dream. It wasn't actually a dog. That's your ex-wife who's dogging you into. Oh, come on, Dewana. It's a dog. Of course, the dog did rip my leg.
All right. All right, Dan, go ahead and line up some adults for What Did I Tell You?
Okay.
And we'll take a break.
Okay.
Because Eddie's not here, but I'm sure he would probably want. In Eddie's honor, we'll take a break.
No.
And that's the wrong button.
More of the Russ Martin Show coming right up.
All right, 547, J.D. Ryan is here, producer Dan Lewis, Jonathan Dodge is in the thing. All right, you gotta...
Now it's time to play.
All right, screw it, I guess we're starting.
Favorite game. And here's your host, Russ Martin. All
right, Dan, what are we playing for?
We're playing for a Russ Martin Show prize pack, which will include a pair of tickets to see Ted Nugent August 4th at the Bronco Bowl, a T-shirt, and a lot of cool stuff from Amazing Superstore.
You know, if August 4th. Do you know if Ted's coming into town before, or is he just coming in that day?
I think he's coming in that day, but I'm working on it.
What?
Get him to drop in.
What did you say the date was?
August 4th.
What day is that?
I'm not sure.
Oh, okay. But it's at the Bronco Bowl?
Mm-hmm.
It's probably a Saturday. All right, let's get our contestants on. Here we go. Sam, welcome to the show. What do you do for a living?
Locksmith.
Locksmith?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And what about you, Howard? What do you do?
Working at an alarm monitoring company, and August 4th is a Sunday.
Oh, okay. Thanks. And Dougie, what do you do?
Applications developer.
All right. Here we go. We're going to be asking questions about the show. If you know the answer, say your name, and we'll go from there. Everybody set?
Yep.
All right. Here we go. First one up. Who on the show decided not to build his house?
Doug. Sam.
Go ahead, Doug.
Dan. Howard. No. Doug.
Go ahead, Howard.
Russ.
Yes. Because he couldn't put up with Dan hanging around to tell him the proper way exactly how to build it. Thank you. Next one. Because of his recent confessions about sexual fetishes, who on the show can actually...
Sam.
Go ahead, Sam.
Katie.
Yes. Who on the show can actually be called a douchebag?
Howard.
All right.
Doug.
No, we already have the answer for that. I don't get that one.
The ex-girlfriend that I...
Standing up.
Oh, when you're too lazy to go to the little You're too lazy to go to the little boys' room.
All right. It wasn't lazy. It was an experiment.
No, it wasn't an experiment. That is really probably the grossest thing I've ever heard you do.
I know. Why it came out of my mouth, I have no idea.
And she didn't notice anything?
Uh-oh.
Did you do a lot?
A little bit. I don't think we should talk about this.
Oh. If it's the one I'm thinking about, she had it coming.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah.
Looking back, I'd do it again.
If you could figure out a way to do the other one in her.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
All right, here we go. Next question. Who do we know?
Doug.
Go ahead, Doug.
Brumley.
That is getting a ride named for him at Hurricane Harbor. It's called Mattress Ride Down the Yellow River of Shame.
Sam.
Go ahead, Sam.
Gary.
Yes. Who on the show will now only date thin chicks in hopes that it will balance out the really hefty... Go ahead, Doug.
That'd be Russ.
Yes. Really fat one he dated first. She wasn't really that fat. She was fatter than I like them.
25 pounds?
God, let me think. It's 1975, I think. She was... Yeah, I would say probably about 15 pounds.
Sure.
On each leg?
Possibly.
Always squat out a kid. 20. There we go. Now back to 25. Gotcha.
It was my first time.
Not bad. Okay.
I believe you.
I was in Pleasant Grove.
Where was the baby during all this? That she just squatted.
So are Pleasant Grove pounds different from other...
I'm just pointing out I didn't have a whole lot of options.
Yes.
I don't know. I'm trying to think where the baby was.
So does that mean there aren't any hot chicks in Pleasant Grove? See, you didn't have a lot of options.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
But there were girls in Pleasant Grove like...
This is exactly the dream I was having last night. I was letting Dan talk.
Oh, well, I'll stop then. Fine.
That was the only good part of the dream.
Nah,
he stopped. Who on the show wanted to fulfill his father's wishes?
Doug.
Go ahead, Doug.
JD.
Of becoming an astronaut by strapping his remains to a bottle rocket on the 4th of July.
Thought he was out of dad jokes.
I don't think he is.
He'll never run out.
Who do we know that will probably not get fired by the Ice House?
Doug.
Go ahead, Doug.
Who is John De La Rosa?
Yes, because it's hard to find someone dumb enough to work for BB's and Cheerios.
That's good, Eddie.
Yeah. Who on the show's only fond memories of childhood revolve around masturbating? Go ahead, Howard.
Russ.
Yes. Who do we know that wants to wrestle Russ?
Doug.
Go ahead, Doug.
Who's Gary?
Yes. That needs to meet him somewhere that the short dark bus will let him off so he won't get lost. Gary is right. What's the score so far, Jamie?
Let's see. Right now, Sam and Howard have 2. Doug has 4.
All right. A couple more. Who do we know that rides the same short bus?
Sam.
Go ahead, Sam.
Good old Gary.
Nope.
Doug.
Go ahead, Doug.
Who's Brumley?
Nope. Who do we know that rides the same short bus to the Ice House every day so he doesn't get lost?
John De La Rosa.
Who was that?
Howard, John De La Rosa.
Yeah, okay, we'll take that. Who on the show wants to become a new superhero called Pirate Man?
Doug.
Howard.
Go ahead, Doug.
Who's JD?
And like all heroes, he'd have a sidekick named Skidmark.
What's the matter, JD?
I didn't get that one.
Oh, well, then let's explain it.
Let's don't. Move on to the next one.
That's still a sensitive topic.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Didn't want to be a sidekick?
Thank you. Thank you.
That must have been a big turn.
Thank you. Asking nice. Only way I know that. Thank you. Please
Did you?
No, just don't. I can hear I can hear it going. I feel it.
Who on the show is glad that he's keeping the land in Cedar Hill? Go ahead, Doug.
Who is Russ?
So if its electricity is ever shut off for several days, his toilet needs will be taken care of. Ain't nothing but trees. And finally, when he found out that Steve Hargett was going to bars pretending to be Russ, who on the show automatically... Go ahead, Doug.
Who's Russ?
No. Who on the show automatically booked him as the real Russ for an appearance? Oh, I get it. Go ahead, Sam. No. Doug.
Who's next?
Who's what?
Next.
No. That one's a little
obscure.
Yeah, I barely got that one, and I'm here every day.
Oh,
All right.
one.
Who is it?
Wayne Walker?
No. All right, JD.
Sam has 2, Howard 3, Doug has 6.
All right, Dan, tell Doug what he's got.
Doug wins a Russ Martin Show prize pack, which may or may not include one or more of the following: a pair of tickets to see Ted Nugent August 4th at the Bronco Bowl, a T-shirt and cool stuff from Amazing Superstore, plus a box of Stovetop's Jiffy Pop popcorn, fun to make, fun to eat, a complete set of Garbage Pail Kids collectible cards, and a ColecoVision game system, including the smash hit Pong.
More of the Russ Martin Show coming right. This portion of the Russ Martin Show is brought to you by Town East Ford.
Okay. What do we do news last?
Just about an hour.
All right, we're about to. Dan, do I want to grab that before we start here?
Let me finish typing it in, see if you want.
Okay. Why? Yes.
Okay.
Yes, Ryan.
How's it going?
Good.
I just heard the game, and I just want to know, what's the deal with the sidekick skid mark?
Nothing.
Because I listen to your show about every day at work, and I just never heard about it before.
Nothing.
Well, obviously you missed that particular day, and being the listener that you are, I should absolutely reward you with the story behind the scenes.
I appreciate it.
Thanks, Dan, by the way. I'll
You're what?
I'll repay him.
Is this really still an issue?
Yes.
Like a really bad one?
Yes.
I'll turn the mics off. You tell me for real.
For real. I'll turn the mics off.
Well, I don't know. Sometimes you have to turn the mics off just to get the real inside.
Okay. Turn the mics off.
Click.
Yes, it's a real issue.
All right, then.
Thank you.
Then I won't address it.
Thank you. That's what he gets for not listening every day. You just can't help yourself.
It's just so stupid.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Just let it be.
I just can't believe it became an issue.
It's happened to everybody at some point in their life.
Can we talk about something else? I'm asking you.
Give me $10.
No, I'll give you 20.
You pay it twice as much.
I've only got 11.
What about Dan?
Here, Dan.
I'll take a check.
I just can't believe that became not just a little bitty issue, a monumental issue with you and her.
Radar. News brought to us by Southwestern Bell.
You even said later that it didn't happen.
SWB, I know.
Why didn't that get you off the hook?
Because then, not talking about it would get me off the hook.
Oh. All right. Was it a big mark? Just show me how long it was. This long?
No, it didn't happen.
Oh.
It didn't happen.
But if it did, what does it be about this long?
Hold on. The lines are lighting up. You might as well explain it now.
I'm not going to explain it.
Now everybody's drawing the wrong conclusion.
I don't care.
No, I told JD, I said if it's really affecting his life, I'll just drop it.
Thank you. Thank you. Dan, put the call through. Let him field the questions. If it was a sensitive issue with Dan and Laura, we wouldn't bring it up anymore. I'm asking.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we have.
If it was a real issue, there's some things that are funny and there's certain things that are not.
And this one's not funny? You can't tell me, all right, we'll talk about Dan and Laura.
No. That doesn't work either. No. Can't you just not do this? Come on.
I'm trying.
I can see this.
I'm fighting.
I can see the internal struggle.
JD.
You had to stir this up, didn't you, Dan? Well, this is not funny.
I didn't stir it up.
To me. Yes, you did. You put the person through. Do you think that person just shot the computer?
I did not put the question in the game.
Yeah, he's right.
It doesn't matter. We don't need to address it. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
But if we talk about Laura doing it, we're not talking about your situation.
No. We've drawn the correlation.
Laura didn't do it.
We've drawn the correlation. Thank you.
But if Laura were to do it,
I'm sure she has and will again. Let's not bring it up on the air, please. Thank you. I'm sure.
I wish you could see my toes.
I know.
Could you hang from the ceiling right now?
Yeah.
All right. God, can't somebody come walking by outside and make some noise?
All right, we'll start
your phone's all screwed up. 105.3.
Minor phone. All right, 6:03. JD Ryan's on the new 105.3 FM Talk with news.
Thank you, Russ. News brought to us by Southwestern Bell. Apparently, you want to avoid Alzheimer's as you get older. Drinking at least 3 cups of coffee a day can reduce the risk of developing Alzheimer's disease by as much as 60%, according to new research. It shows that healthy elderly adults, those with no sign of the brain disease, had consumed an average of 3 to 4 cups of coffee since the age of 25. Scientists believe it's the caffeine in coffee that protects against Alzheimer's, an incurable disorder that causes disorientation and memory loss. Half of all sufferers die within 8 years of diagnosis. On a recent trip to the Gap, Tricia Hart and her mom both happily left the store with clothing in a size smaller than they normally wear. No, they have not been on a crash diet. Why the shrunken sizes? Well, according to fashion experts and the fitting room accounts of female shoppers, designers are cutting women's clothing bigger in an effort to cash in on women's vanity. The Parsons School of Design says designers make women feel they're a size 4. That way they make a sale.
Dan's been saying that all along.
It's a marketing.
They're doing it again.
It's a marketing trick. A spokesperson for the Gap Incorporated, Stacey McLean, says the parent company, the Gap, Old Navy, and Banana Republic denied vanity sizing going on in their store. However, the size 8 at the Gap is not necessarily the same as the size 8 at Old Navy or Banana Republic.
And isn't it funny they don't use actual sizes like with men's pants?
Like inches.
Like 32, 34.
Yeah.
You know exactly what those are. 32, 34 at Mervyn's. They're going to be 32, 34 at Sears. Anywhere you go, guys' pants are the same size. If I go and every time I go to buy new black jeans, I don't even try them on. I just look at the way, I know exactly that's going to fit.
I first found out about this when Laura and I, when we first got married, we opened a little vintage clothing shop in one of the flea markets.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, just something we were messing around with. But some of the dresses,
those flea markets, didn't they normally have?
No, you just can't help yourself. I see it. You don't think I see that? Quit it.
But like a man's coat. If it said 42 long, it would be a 42 long. It would fit.
Right.
No matter what. But some of the women's dresses, I picked up a woman's dress and it was a size 4. And it was the tiniest little dress I'd ever seen, but it was a woman's regular size 4. That's when Laura explained vanity sizing. Size 4 from the 50s is what would be a size 0 now.
And chicks buy into it. So they can run around going, look, I still get into a size 4. Of course, it's been adjusted for inflation. Literally.
They say Grace Magazine editor Celcy Armstrong says basically women are very loyal. If they find a line that works for them, they'll stay there. So if the Gap's telling me I'm a 3, maybe I'm going to shop at the Gap. McLean confirmed that Gap Incorporated sizes vary with their targeted demographics. For example, Old Navy is geared toward women and moms, Banana Republic toward professionals. It does happen. You were right all along.
Dan was the one. I had no idea.
All right.
You know what? If you're that stupid, go ahead. You're still fat. No matter what, regardless of what the size is, you're fat. You're fat and hideous, and personally, you don't deserve the designer clothes.
Get on the scale. That'll tell you everything you need to know.
Yeah.
New research out, if your kid's out running around this summer, fewer than 1 in 6 children observed biking, roller skating, skateboarding, and rider scooters wore safety helmets.
And what?
Rider scooters. You got me shaking. Quit it.
Why?
Bicycle accidents alone result in more than 700 deaths. You want a bike? and a few unemployments.
What's that for? You did not hit the delay. Oh, no, you didn't.
More than half bicycle-related injuries occur in children 14 and younger. Dallas Desperados, Dallas Cowboys, and
those are the same idiots, by the way. That story you just read, the kids that don't want to wear helmets,
right?
Because they look like jackasses,
right?
Those are the same idiots that'll grow up and decide that they don't want to wear motorcycle helmets.
You're right.
What are you pointing at, Dan? No. Nothing. Dan's not pointing at anything.
Yes, he is. He's pointing at the monitor.
There's nothing on the monitor. And if you're going to be on a scooter or something like that,
don't do it.
You want to what?
Nothing. Go ahead.
Well, seriously.
All right.
You want to protect of all the things you have, you want to protect your head.
Okay.
Because if you hit the ground without a helmet.
Dallas Desperados and the Dallas Cowboys and the Salvation Army have teamed together to hold a fundraiser tomorrow. If you want to help out the folks from the Central Texas floods, you can drop by the stadium. Gate 1 tomorrow. They're taking all sorts of things. If you'd like to, I'll tell you what you can bring. Cleaning supplies, recovery items
like bleach,
personal items, shampoo, conditioner, household items, food, bottled water, non-perishable, canned goods, please. And movies over the weekend. Yeah, we can do that. No, we don't need to do movies. Finally, it's 2002, and doctors have just now broken down the various sex acts and the number of calories you burn doing them. For example, taking off your leather
how many calories does
it burn? 8 calories. That goes up to 18 if you just use one hand, 86 calories if you take a bra off with your mouth. 15 minutes of burns off about 100 calories. And 53 minutes of French kissing and major groping, that's about a burger and fries. 26 minutes of actual fornication erases half a pizza. There's news and information. Brought to us by Bell Bottoms. We'll see you out there Saturday night. I'll be there from 10 to midnight. It's a great place to party. North Wixon Hills, Grapevine Highway at Harwood. And you can register to win tickets to see Rush at the Smirnoff Music Center August 19th. I'm J.D. Ryan on the Talk That Rocks Texas, the new 105.3 FM Talk. Eddie would like you to push a button now, so we can talk off the air. Eddie would like you to push.
I want to talk about Rush.
Eddie would like you to push a button, please,
because their career is back.
All right.
I don't want to turn the mics off.
Oh, you just want to see if I hit the dump again, so you can scream.
Didn't their career kind of go down?
Don't.
Yeah.
Talking about your wife. Keep it up.
All right. He's getting red. We'll take a break.
More of the Russ Martin Show coming right up.
Damn it. All right, let's try this one. All right, 618, check on traffic. Jonathan Dodge at the controls of the new 105.3 FM Talks. White Lightning.
Why, thank you, Russell. This report brought to you by Taco Cabana and Randall No in Dallas on southbound I-75 11. There's an accident involving 2 pickup trucks and 2 cars. Don't block the left lane, causing a backup to Walnut Hill. Northbound I-35 just prior to Daniel Dale. Only the left lane is open. That's causing a backup to Pleasant Run. Southbound also got a delay due to onlookers. On 175 CF on at Buckner Boulevard, there is a car fire that's causing onlooker delays. Let's see, southbound I-35 at Northeast 28th Street. An accident involving a tractor-trailer. Load is dumped all over the road. That is causing heavy delays in all directions. And finally, eastbound I-30 on the ramp, southbound I-35. There's an accident involving a pickup truck and an 18-wheeler. That was blocking the right lane and shoulder, causing a heavy onlooker delay. This report brought to you by the Texas Lottery. Sure, there's the 7 seas and the 7 wonders of the world, but the best 7 of all is the best of 7's the new scratch game from the Texas Lottery. You can win up to $70,000. Play best of 7's today. That's traffic. I'm Jonathan Dodge in the new 105.3 FM White Lightning.
Thank you, Jonathan. Got 30% chance of isolated thunderstorms this afternoon. 50% chance of them tomorrow. Should be a little cooler though. 70 for the low tonight. Mid-80s for the high. And that's where we are right now. 84 degrees at the Talk That Rocks Texas. The new 105.3 FM Talk.
Yes, Pete.
Hey, Russ, this is Pete in Fort Worth. Followed y'all over from the Pigeon, and I got to defend my buddy J.D.
Okay.
He's a good guy. He's a great sidekick. He's always there working hard. And I just hate seeing you give him such a hard time because you're putting his relationship on the skids.
Thanks, Dan.
I didn't see it coming.
Dan did. Okay, your wife's a bitch.
Is this going to get that ugly?
Yes. I've asked. You apparently are not going to respond. Fine.
Well, originally you brought it up on the air.
And then I said, stop it.
I don't think that works that way. You guys keep giving me grief about L.A.? Now what?
That's your choice. It's your show. It's your choice to talk about it.
I said I didn't want to talk about it. You guys continue to bring it up. What's the difference? What are you waving in there, Dan?
I got some more letters today, people begging for money. And I just got another one. I'm looking that one over.
What is it?
Foundation money.
Really?
I get them all the time. Most of the time I send them a nice denial, but I just got another batch today.
Well, hang on. Let me get you some music. Yeah, let's see here. You got a couple to read?
Oh, yes.
Go ahead.
Russ, my son has muscular dystrophy. He is 11 years old and was recently put in a wheelchair, and now my car does not meet the needs of a handicapped child. I cannot afford to make payments on a handicapped vehicle, and though I am willing to trade in my old car, I need your help. I'm a single mom with 4 kids, and with daycare and medical expenses as they are, we can't even make ends meet now. Please, can you find it in your heart to create a fund for me and my children so we can afford a better car? Right now, we have to take my son out of the car, put him in the car, and put the chair in the trunk. When we get there where we're going, it's the whole thing in reverse. Let me know if you can help, since we already have a minivan in mind that would be perfect. Thanks, LaDonna Wells, Sunnyvale.
No, next.
So it's a denial.
Well, you know what? I'm sorry it's an inconvenience, but your kid's still alive, and you have the wheelchair, and you have the car. I'm sorry, it's not as... You know what? That's why they call it handicapped. It's not as cool as being normal.
Well, in fact...
Being handicapt's a pain in the ass. Ask any crip. God.
Yeah.
Well, and she's complaining because they have to take him out of the car.
Well, then leave him in the car. Everybody else is.
Well, this one's 11. He can get loose.
No, he's got the muscular dystrophy. I'm sorry, but application denied.
Well, she wanted you to create a separate fund for her.
Just for her and money. And she's already got the van picked out.
Well, she figures you're going to go ahead and give her the money.
It's like my kid went shopping for cars. With what?
The money you're going to give me.
Yeah, we're going to give it.
We picked out the minivan. All we're doing is waiting on the check from the Listeners Foundation. Is it here yet?
I'm sure it's in the mail.
I like these. This is fun. Next.
Last month, my best bud Ferris was in a bad motorcycle accident that totally destroyed his Harley.
Oh, no.
It wasn't even his fault because some stupid little bitch pulled out in front of him and he was forced to ditch the bike to keep from hitting her.
Yes.
He is alive, but ended up with 2 busted legs and no Harley. Ferris is the only wage earner in his family, so we have set up a fund to try to get him a little money to tide him over and to get him a new ride for when his legs heal. We would appreciate the help of you and your foundation in coming up with the money necessary to make this happen. If you would, email me back so we can get things started before he gets home from the hospital. Thanks, Red Turner, Sexy.
Golf application denied.
You're having fun.
They've started a fund.
Oh, they have?
To get him a new Harley.
Well, good. You got another one?
I have 2 more.
I love this.
Hey, guys, I am a software AutoCAD designer and was...
Application denied. Go ahead. What is it?
Oh, he's not asking for fund money.
Oh, what does he want?
Well, let me read the letter to you.
Yes, I'd love to hear it.
I'm a AutoCAD designer, was recently laid off from my telecommunications job. I have not worked in the last few months, so I've decided that it is high time for me to begin my own AutoCAD service doing freelance work. All I need is a little startup capital and some exposure to make this work.
If you cannot see your way to investing money from the foundation and a future winner, maybe you could throw a hook out on the radio to see what happens. Lonnie in Plano.
Well, he is trying to. No.
He wants you to invest.
Invest in his future.
Uh-huh.
And what is it he wants to go on and do?
AutoCAD.
Computer animated something?
Computer-aided design.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure that's a big field.
In specifically telecommunications, which is on an all-time low right now.
I'm sure it's probably going to turn around. There'll be a big demand for people in that field. There's also a big demand for people that pick up turds.
He could start his own business doing that.
Yeah. No, I'm sorry. We'll have to pass on that one, too.
All right, I have one more.
Start saving a lot of these. This is fun.
Okay.
And it's a lovely time killer.
Russ, I am sure you get a lot of requests from people with their hand out hoping to get money from you for their personal causes.
Yes, and I'm sure you want absolutely nothing.
Let me assure you...
This is where the email should end. Right.
Let me assure you that I am not one of them.
Thank God.
I just want to make you aware of my father's plight.
The plight.
My father is a retired policeman living on a fixed income. He was recently bedridden by severe rheumatoid arthritis and diabetes, and my mother can no longer take care of him properly.
Put him to sleep.
Could you please use the power of Russ to help us find a home therapy nurse to help my mom and dad?
Why don't you put him to sleep?
We can't afford to pay for one.
What does it cost to put somebody to sleep?
If you got a brick, it's free.
Put people to sleep.
We can't afford to pay for one, so it would have to be someone willing to do it on a volunteer basis. That is, unless there is something else you could do.
There's the hook.
Wait a minute. I thought they weren't coming to me with their hand out.
They're not.
Oh.
They're asking for you to help find them a volunteer, unless there's something else you could do.
Yes.
Thanks in advance for your help. Your biggest fan, Charlotte.
Well, he actually was, but no. I can't
even imagine.
You know, if the listener fund had $1 million in it, then I'd be more apt to consider this stuff. There was Dan, did you get the one that I forwarded? I think
From Friday?
No. I think they wanted Britney Spears tickets. Jeez. I'm not kidding.
I don't see that one here. I've been taking them all and putting them together.
They the tickets they got were nosebleed section.
Oh yeah.
And they would give us their tickets in exchange for better seats.
Very nice.
Because their kid, they didn't want, things have been rough. I can't believe you don't have that one, Dan. Things have been rough, and then somebody's been out of work for a while. It's just that whole sob story, and they didn't have enough money to get the good.
Oh, here it is.
Yeah, read it. Wait, let me get it.
Oh, this is a long letter.
Yeah, you ain't got to read all of it.
Okay.
Read the part where I get to say no.
Russ, my hubby and I are huge fans. I am writing only as a last-ditch effort to redeem myself. I know it sounds selfish. However, if you continue to read it, it will become clear.
No, I didn't.
My daughter's birthday was June 14th. She has ADHD and has a very difficult time making friends. She wanted a huge...
Oh, wait a minute. What is that? Is that the stuff that you put in your pool to clear it up?
Oh. ADHD?
Is it the date rape drug?
No. No. Attention disorder.
Well, it's not ADD.
It's attention deficiency and hyperactive disorder.
Oh.
So not only she got a short attention span, she's jumping like a coffee bean all the time. She just, nuts all the time.
All right. All right, go ahead.
She wanted a huge birthday party, skating rink, but we couldn't afford it, especially if no one showed up since she doesn't have any friends. One night before her birthday, she was taking a bath and watching the little black and white TV we had set in there. Commercial came up for the Britney Spears concert. This 7-year-old darts out of the bathroom and streaks across the living room with an offer. Instead of a birthday party.
Put her to sleep.
No. Black and white TV. Oh, like they add that in there like that's going to make a big difference.
Right. No, as you can see,
little black and white TV.
We're not a a financially well-off family because we have to watch black and white TVs in the bathroom. And I like people that have the color televisions or the plasma screens in the bathroom. We have to watch black and white. I watched black and white when I was a kid. In fact, the knob busted off when I was like 8. I had to change the channels with a pair of pliers. I did.
I did too.
Remote control. You know what my remote control was? Needle nose pliers.
Yeah. I remember those days.
Reach for
this
them.
Gets worse.
Yeah, hold on. Let me go back to music.
Instead of a birthday party, she will accept going to Britney Spears. The child loves Britney. She has a collection of Britney Spears crap all over the house.
Yes.
My husband and my other daughter, as well as myself, blah, blah, okay, and Iron Maiden, okay. She said she'd do it. She said she promised her that she would get her Britney Spears tickets.
Yeah, and there's something in here that explains why they don't have the money, isn't it?
Yeah, they didn't realize that all the scalpers had gotten all the decent seats, and they can't afford to pay for good seats. All of our money is tied up in going to visit my husband's brother in North Carolina at the beginning of July. He is dying of colon cancer and wanted to meet me and the girls.
Put him to sleep. Really, I can... You give me all these people in a vet for about a half hour? Yeah. I can solve most of these problems.
Besides this, we are still playing catch up on bills due to unemployment last year. If the concert were later, there wouldn't be a problem. If you can do anything, please let me know. I'm willing to pay face value for the seats, but I can't afford much more.
I got the
pretty
story
much slightly from there. Yeah,
I got the story slightly wrong, but you get the idea.
Yeah. Can you even imagine the stuff Mark Cuban gets? I mean, what do we have? 10, 15 grand? What do we have?
About 30, I think.
30, okay.
25.
All right. He has billions. Can you imagine this stuff?
Well, that's why he has somebody that intercepts all of this.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like Dewana one time, she goes, if I could just meet with him for 15 minutes. I went, he's got people coming at him all the time. You're a psychic. You should know better than that. He doesn't want to meet with you. He doesn't want to meet with anybody. If he did, he wouldn't have a liaison in the middle. Because you know that probably the instructions for the liaison is that nobody, nothing, nobody gets squat.
He can't even go out. You go to a restaurant, somebody's going to approach you. I got this business.
I think.
Well, he can't even trust going out on dates or anything because you don't know who's going to be the gold digger.
Right.
The gold what?
Gold digger.
Oh. Well, he's getting married to this Stephanie chick or whatever.
Because
Tiffany.
He's been around since
97, before he got the billion.
That's true.
Before he got the money.
In fact, I saw something in D Magazine. I don't know if it was a follow-up story or it was just a story that I had missed about all the other times, because you know how he wigged out. Quit it. You know how he, I'm playing the music now.
Yeah.
How he wigged out with a guy from D Magazine.
Right.
About doing a story about his girlfriend.
By giving her full name and picture.
Right. So, in this article in D, it talks about all the other times that different people have mentioned her name, where she grew up, all the other stuff, and Cuban didn't go after them. I think I sent that to you, Dan.
Is it because D is local, you think, and more local people might see it than just something that's in a national rag?
Well, the only problem is a national rag still gets picked up here in Dallas-Fort Worth.
Yeah, but he can swing a big bat here in Dallas. You can't. He doesn't pull any power in New York.
Well, you can see it worked out really well.
Yeah, exactly.
They printed the story anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you did send it to me. I'm trying to find it.
That's all right. It's not that big of a deal.
Anyway, can you just imagine the people that stop him every day? Well, I had a buddy of mine won the lottery about 5 years ago, and he said 5 bags of mail came to his house within the first 3 days. I'm like, why are these people? How do they even know who you are, where you live?
How do they find his address?
He just wasn't. He was listed, but 5 bags of people asking for money.
Yeah, unfortunately, when you win the lottery, as soon as you claim your lottery winnings, they publish your name and everything about you. So that's why a lot of people don't claim their prize right away. They take a week or 2 weeks to hide themselves.
Oh.
Yeah.
To get everything unlisted and try and get as much information off the web as possible so they can hide.
I wish that would happen to me, not for the money, just so I could sit at home. I'd publish my phone number, just so everybody would call. I'd take each one of them. No. Put them to sleep. Is that all the letters?
That's all I have right now. On the Mark Cuban thing.
Yeah.
He was upset because somebody, they were talking about Tiffany and the fact that they were getting married when he had announced it on his own show.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw the clip where he announced it, but he never said her name. So he's kind of okay on that one. But if I read that article right in D Magazine, it talks about her coming out to the games and holding up signs and being very visible. You're asking for it when you get that far.
It says her name first appeared in print in 1999 in a profile of Mark Cuban, and he referred to her as his steady girlfriend. So he was the first one that brought her name up.
Yeah, if you're going to do stuff like that, just keep your mouth shut. Or go the other route and just tell everybody everything. That takes the desire out of digging stuff up. Because once you do it all and tell everybody everything, there's nothing else for them to dig up. People lose interest. Instead, he created more of a dog and pony show, or more of a circus act, by calling the guy and threatening to cut his nuts off.
Yeah. I mean, they live in a giant house in the middle of Dallas. You're just not going to keep that kind of stuff secret. You're just not. Part of being a billionaire.
Is there anything else in there, Dan?
Nothing good. It's just he mentioned at one point that between the two of them, or together, he's letting out personal information. It mentions that Cuban and Tiffany had initiated every room of his 24,000 square foot mansion, aided by little blue pills.
Yeah.
Well,
that's pretty personal stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And he's bitching at D Magazine. I don't even think how many people read D Magazine? Is it free?
No. No, it's a social magazine.
Oh, well, it should be free.
It's expensive. And it's 99% ads.
Is it? Mm-hmm. Go ahead, you're on the air.
Yeah, Russ, I was going to say what you just said about, him putting it all out in the open. People wouldn't care as much. A perfect example is Bill Bob Thornton and Angelina Big Chest, whatever ass is. Yeah.
I got it.
Anyway, that's why you're the Messiah.
Why? I don't get I don't get your...
Well, okay, here it is. When they first got together and, people started digging, why is she attracted to this guy? He's a, old hillbilly dude. And then, they start coming out with all the blood and all the other crap they do and, the tattoos and the little Haitian smelly kids.
This guy got a point.
His point is if you lay out even the weird stuff like the drops of blood and everything, right, then there's nothing for everybody to dig up. They'll be bored and they'll leave you alone.
Yeah. And then they split up anyway.
Yeah.
Didn't they?
Do what?
Didn't Billy Bob and Angelina split up?
See, I couldn't tell you because I don't care.
Yeah, you're right. They took all the mystery out of the relationship. Yeah. He talked about being afraid of antiques.
Yeah.
And the blood and the tattoos. Some other jackass thanks for calling. Some other jackass just recently got their lover's initials tattooed on their body.
Yeah, who did that?
Julia Roberts.
Yep. With her new husband.
Of all people.
Exactly.
Oh, and Charlie Sheen did it with...
his new one?
Yeah, they get married. He tattooed her name on his wrist, so she's going to have his name tattooed on her ankle.
Idiots. And especially Julia Roberts. Any guy that marries her is an absolute dolt.
She's been through so many guys in recent years, starting with getting married to Lyle Lovett, of all people.
And if I were married to Julia Roberts, I'd never, ever let her do another movie, because every time she does a movie, that's who she gets hooked up with.
Who she sleeps with. Yeah.
Little whore. All right, we got to take a break. We'll be back.
More of the Russ Martin Show coming right up.
Oh, and I want my money back for those tickets to see Barry Manilow.
You didn't pay anything.
That's not the point. Those are $88 tickets plus a $12 service charge or whatever. That's $100.
You didn't pay anything. You can't get money back for tickets you got free from Texas.
Those tickets went to waste. Yes, when that guy wouldn't let me in the ice house, I was too pissed off to go in and enjoy the Copa.
Oh, so you want your money? So you want your money back from John De La Rosa?
Yes.
Okay. Well, that's fair.
Well, what happened when concert tickets were only like $10? Because when they dropped those off from Texas Tickets, I looked at them and went, was I in a time warp?
That's what I saw when I saw the Jethro Tull tickets. Jethro Tull at the Bass Hall was, I want to say, 66 face value.
And then because they were so hard to get, I don't know. They were like 150, weren't they?
Yeah. Two, whatever, doesn't matter. It was, I mean, you could sort of see it like, there was an article in one of the papers about concert tickets and prices, and you sort of see it's Eagles or somebody like Paul McCartney, who's never going to, you may never see again, who's a classic. You see dropping $100.
I can't remember the tickets being more than like maybe $20 for the Texas Jam.
Yeah, that seemed like a lot back then.
I paid $20 to see Jethro Tull in 1980, I think. 80 or 81.
That must be a cult thing, because I don't know how he commands that kind of money. I mean, Jimmy Buffett isn't...
Jethro Tull is
I'm
people.
Sorry. But, somebody like Jimmy Buffett comes to town. It's an experience. It really is. It's a whole day of fun.
You know what? The Jimmy Buffett stuff is more the crowd than it is Jimmy Buffett.
True.
But, I mean, back when they were doing the Texas Jam and the Texas World Music Festivals, whatever the hell they called it, I mean, you'd have Ted Nugent and Foreigner and Hart. I mean, you'd have like...
Aerosmith and everybody,
4 or 5 huge bands all at once.
Maybe it was because it was in the Cotton Bowl, and they got 60,000 people. Maybe you only get 18,000 people, you got to charge... I don't know. At some point, tickets got ridiculous. Because it doesn't seem like it was that long ago that a good seat was $25, $30. And now they're 60, 80, 90, 100. I've got that somewhere.
No, I don't want to hear it. It depresses me. Go ahead, you're on the air.
Yeah, Fleetwood Mac in 1983 was $20. That was obscene. That was a big deal. They were touring with Tusk.
And I'm Tusk.
Yeah.
In 83?
Yeah, 1983. They were touring under the Tusk.
I thought Tusk came out in the 70s.
No. Well, maybe 1981.
81 was Tusk.
It was a little blurry back
was it?
then.
Yeah. Okay.
But it was like $20, and it was obscene that they charged $20. It was a big deal.
And I don't even think if you adjust for the rate of inflation, that would bump up to $100.
Here it is. I found it.
Yeah.
Then what some people
make.
make.
80, probably close.
What do they make? Thanks for calling.
What they charge. A survey of North American concert industry showed the top 50 acts sold a combined 10. That doesn't matter. You don't care about that. Average ticket price for those top 50 tours rose to $50. The average price, $50.81. It says McCartney was the top earner with ticket sales of $58 million for 27 shows. So his average price was $129.59 per seat. And he goes on to say Billy Joel and Elton John together, the average price was $108. And you realize there's people that paid $500, $600 for the really good seats. Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young, average price is $80. And he just goes on to tell. Jimmy Buffett, number 9, he makes $17 million a year. Barry Manilow at number 10 with $14 million a year.
Yeah, I want my $100 back. Actually, it's $200 because it was 2 seats.
Okay.
$88 plus a $12 service thingy. That's only fair. That ruined my entire night.
I know it did.
And when he wouldn't let me in the ice house, he embarrassed me.
I know.
Called me a liar.
I did. He did. He did do that. Called you unreputable.
Yeah.
By indicating that other people were reputable.
Reputable people said you did say something bad about the ice house. I'm telling you nothing was said. Well, you're still not welcome in here. Mm-hmm. Okay. We'll see.
Mm-hmm. So, if you're welcome back there, do you ever want to go back there again? I mean, Smirnoff's great, but we can always go in the front.
Yeah. We'll see.
Okay.
See how big the check is.
Okay. I think that's going to be the stumbling block. I think the apology will be fine. He'll probably even kiss the Pope ring.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to writing a check,
you don't know where I'm sticking the Pope ring.
Oh, you got to point.
But that, that's humiliating and very humiliating to have to kneel down and kiss someone's ring.
He's going to have to lean way over to kiss it. So, in my stinky mystery zone. And the check for I'm not even asking for the money from me. I'm asking for it for Operation Kindness.
I know, but they're going to have to write it. That's going to just be tough. It's going to be the sticking point.
We'll see.
Okay.
Dave Parks is a good guy.
Great guy.
I'm sure he'll step up to the plate and do whatever it is to make this right.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I want. All right, Dan, I'm about done for the day. Any calls from Gary?
No, Gary has not called, not at all. But we only teased him a little bit early in the show. You haven't given him his full due today. Not like last week.
Hold on a second.
Taunted him hourly.
Yeah, that's fun, wasn't it? Did L.A. ever call?
No, because the last time you talked, you were supposed to call her.
All right, I may call her in a minute.
Now, I have left messages for her asking her to call us.
Mm-hmm.
But since you didn't call her, she wants to hear from you. Not me. You. She knows when I call, she's going to end up on the radio.
I'll just call her right now. The Gary song needs a little writing on it anyway. I forget, can I call long distance in here or not?
Yeah, you have to use line 12. And you can just dial straight out. No.
All right. I sent her an email.
How long ago?
Sunday.
What did it say? Miss you? It said miss you, didn't it? God.
Did it really?
Yeah. See his eyes light up?
Hi, now please leave a message and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. However, if your phone number comes up lost, please leave a message again because sometimes I just don't pick up on those.
She's probably not going to recognize this number.
No.
To leave a voice message, press 1 or just wait for the tone. To send a numeric page, press 2 now.
What was I supposed to hit?
1. Or just wait for the tone.
L.A., it's Russ. It is 6:52 Central Time. What is today, Monday?
Monday.
Give me a call, sweetie.
Say it.
Shut up.
Go on.
Give me a call. Bye.
Love you, miss you. That's what you wrote in the email. I bet you cash.
You are a big fat veiny.
I didn't do it. You got drunk on Sunday and you emailed it. Love you, miss you.
Got the drunk emailies.
Mm-hmm.
Email anybody else?
Who else?
Another X? It's time to go.
No, wait a minute. Another X? Hold on.
What?
Was it, I had her name written down for another reason. Was it?
Why are you keeping tracks of my ex?
Guys, there's so many of them. I can't find it. Doesn't matter. Was it?
What?
Should I say it?
I don't know what you got.
Rachel? It is. Ching!
You sucker.
The one that got away.
That's the one I would take back, even with her and her, even though she had a kid.
Right.
She was the one that would let me fart in the covers and pull it over her head.
You were a perfect man.
Oh, that's a woman you don't throw away.
No, she was also she didn't believe that you could light farts. So we're at the house one night. And the only problem is I'm wearing those old cut-off blue jeans with the little frayed edges.
Yeah.
So I lit one for her and it caught the little fray on fire.
Now, did she laugh?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's good.
She said she almost did a Gary in the bed.
Ooh. And you let her get away.
Yeah. Well, she wanted a kid. She goes, I know in 5 years I'm going to want to have a kid. We've had this conversation. I said, I don't know what I'm going to want. A year and a half after we broke up, she had a kid. So.
Did she ever get married to the guy?
No.
How's she look now, though? Do you know?
Yeah, I stopped by. She works not too far from the house.
You stopped by?
Yeah.
God.
So you stopped by and visit with her. Is she dating anybody right now?
Not really, from what I can gather.
Mm-hmm. So have you seen much of her outside her workplace?
No. Mm-hmm.
But you emailed her.
Yeah.
Miss you, you look great. Let me guess. There you go.
I just invited her and her kid over for eats. Like, I'd cook out one Sunday.
You have a child in your house?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How old is this child? This one?
It's 2, I think.
Ooh.
Let a 2-year-old run loose in your house.
I love
got stairs too.
I hit the delay.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a little sick even for me.
It's out there, yeah.
Yes, the child is welcome to run all over my house.
Uh-huh.
I think we should go now.
Okay. Good idea.
We're a little early.
It's only a couple of minutes.
Eddie would be proud.
Yeah, actually, we've been on time for the whole show.
It's a pain doing all that, isn't it?
Yeah, I forgot how much Eddie did until I have to go back and keep track of the log myself. But I think we're on time. I'll grab this and we'll go.
Hey.
Russ.
Hey, that girl, she's with the Ken Go-Borough now. Rachel? She got a 6-year-old daughter?
No.
Yes, she does.
No shit. The hell was that?
Yeah, there's only one Rachel in the universe, guy.
Yeah. I found her. She's on the Ken Goldberg show. She comes on in screw it.
To learn more about the Russ Martin Show, to email anyone on the show, to get in the studio audience, to make a donation to the Listener Foundation, or to get on the show's weekly email list, simply go to russmartin.com. To email us during the show and only during the show, send your messages to studio@russmartin.com. Visit our news director's links and photo gallery at johndavidryan.com. To find Eddie's fascinating and provocative website, go to eddieboyd.com. You can find, there'll be some new pictures tonight on my website, danlewis.net. Pictures of the golf challenge over the weekend.
Yeah, what happened with that?
You wouldn't believe it. We thought we would definitely lose. We're up against the golf show. Mm-hmm. We won. Russ Martin Show listeners beat the golf show by 1 stroke. So those pictures will be up tonight.
Wait a minute, why can't you do it?
You got to set it on something, or it'll catch everything on fire.
Oh.
That's what Eddie showed me earlier.
I was trying to stretch it out with you because JD's got one of these flash bombs he was going to throw in there. Yeah.
Oh. No, that would catch the carpet on fire.
Yeah, Eddie said.
Do they really burn that hot?
Eddie said everything was done.
You got to put it, yeah.
And he had it in a tin thing.
I want to go out front and set those on fire.
They flash like a.
It's best in a dark room.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. They put out a lot of smoke. I don't see any smoke detectors in here.
No, that's all right. We'll go do it out front.
All
right. For information about the rest of the station, go to kyng.com.
All right, we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Bye-bye.